Okay. What about now? I take it now you can hang up the phone. Nicola, can you hear us? Okay, good. Because I had the phone. We were streaming. She's like a Larping thing, which her thing is kind of shaky at the moment. But she was a Larping thing, and we were planning on doing streams together going forward. And basically, my phone died. And since I was the one who hosted the chat or hosted the live, it kicked us out. It timed out after a certain amount of time. But Mark Hardy was here a little while ago. So was Mark, actually. Mark Fagan, that is. So they were both here a little
Yeah.
while ago. But now, um, back on after coming inside the house and plugging this thing in. And hello to the second person. We were doing a bunch of stuff earlier. She was filming out there at this LARPing event. She took a break because it's getting kind of cold. I was in freezing weather. I'm trying while doing this
Hmm.
to bring the chat up on the laptop so that way I can view the chat through the laptop rather than trying to look at the bottom of the screen. Her audio is going wonky, but her stuff has been. I think when she's outside, it'll get better. Yeah, I would wait till you're outside because your audio is really wacky, at least on my end. But wait till you're outside to say all that stuff. Where the hell? Searching for your own video on YouTube, things you never thought you'd do. I know I'm live. Can I go and click that? Yeah, I can. I can click that. Mute this. Enlarge that. Wow, that's freaky. Okay. So now, why can't I see chat? Where is the chat? This laptop needs like be thrown out a window. Okay, there it is. Now I can see chat through here. So now I can makes it a bit easier to respond and everything in chat when I can see it through the laptop. It's a very freaky thing. You see how crappy my laptop is? It's still buffering. That's how bad that laptop is. It's still buffering. It just changed to the second picture. It's still buffering. That's how bad that thing is. But it's useful, I guess, just to do the chat thing. See if the chat works in real time. We'll do the old computer thing. Hello, world, and I'm shouting. Why am I shouting? Yeah, it's pretty fast for the chat. So it works for the chat, doesn't work so much for the video. Hopefully her video, because she's doing a much more interesting thing than me just sitting here. I think everybody here, well, maybe not because there's 8 people. I think everybody here knows stuff before, but if you haven't been here before, like and subscribe to both channels, the people going through the stream. It'd be much appreciated. Oh, good, my ad block is up to date. Oh, what happened? Uh, well, I don't know exactly what happened there, but I'll sit there until we figure it out. So, what happened? The other person dropped out somehow, whether they did anything or not. Night Clover, I'm doing okay, man. I'm just trying to. We started doing this channel thing. Me and the other lady that was there, she lives in Oregon. I live here in Illinois. We started doing it to basically to get her here. She wants to come here and visit. We're both kind of waiting on help financially and stuff. I don't know how much you guys know about that. I have like a thing on my legs and everything. It's pretty bad. It's well, maybe she's back now. Looks like the second
I can
person's
hear.
coming in. So. Yeah, so what we're trying to do really, Night Clover, through this thing is kind of raise money to get her here to visit, and then also kind of like supplement her incomes. I plan on streaming walks. She's going to stream stuff out there, so it'll be kind of different. Obviously, today I'm not really worried about too much about that aspect of it. It's just like seeing how it runs and getting everybody up there. And of course, through Mark, some of you guys will come on, so just so you guys know what's going on. I'm not saying you guys have to be involved with any of that. If you are, then hey, great, that's awesome. If not, no big deal. It's just that figured I'd explain what's going on. It won't be the same thing. I don't know if I'll say I'll never have a beer while on screen or something, but it's not the same kind of thing. It's not a whole big partying thing or anything. Wow, my laptop is so shitty. That thing is so delayed, man. Like I did that thing with my hair. It went like this, and let's see how long it takes. Say it's about 30 seconds, 40 seconds, 50 seconds. Wow, that thing's still delaying. That's like a minute delay. That's crazy. This laptop, 2021, my ass. This thing is. This thing was supposed to be made in 2021. Whatever laptop this is, I mean, I got it for free. I'm not gonna lie. It's like a Hewlett Packard Stream. And the funny thing is the name of the thing is Stream, but yet the one thing it can't do is stream. Carlos Roberts. Hi from Brazil. Hello, Carlos. Roberto. Carlos Roberto from Brazil. How you doing, man?
Let
Uh, I was just explaining everybody who doesn't know the channels, like and subscribe would be nice. I'm at 921. I can see that the laptop's useful for something. I'm at 921 subscribers, so I'm trying to reach 1,000, just to reach 1,000.
Yeah,
um,
find love is
but
all, and then
well, yeah. But this is kind of what the format is. It was kind of rough and touch and go because nobody even knew. Howdy from Bridgeview, like Bridgeview is in Bridgeview, like Bridgeview, like over here, Bridgeview, or like Bridgeview, like somewhere else. But how you doing, Troy? Um, if you're talking about Bridgeview, Illinois, well then you're really close. Well, I know you're from Brazil. Your name is Robert. I meant the other person. Hey, Cheryl. That's another one of Mark's people. Hey, Cheryl. What's going on? How are you? And for Troy, I'm really curious, man. You mean Bridge? Oh, okay. Like from a few miles. Yeah, not even miles, man. I'm in Burbank. Basically, I'm in Harlem. You're not that far away from me. I'm like right here. I am right on Bridgeview. Bridgeview is literally, I could walk there in 3 minutes and get to Bridgeview. Well, maybe more like 5. I just found out about you last week. Okay. Um, just found out about me. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I think you did subscribe later. My hair looks like. Look at that. See, I'm like a bird. Like bird feathers.
oh, hey Cheryl. Hey, I think eventually we're gonna be transitioning to just
Yeah. um. Yeah. No, I thought Cheryl was one of. Oh no, she froze. Well, I know she's out at a park. They're having some like LARPing thing going on. So where she's at, I think especially inside her car, I think it's kind of sketchy. At one point, when she's out in the open, Trom's gonna be transitioning. Yes, I am. I'm gonna be transitioning. This is my come out video. I'm transitioning into a 4-legged horse named Trigger. I just said a 4-legged horse. No, well, she's meant about the channels. I don't know. The channel, I could always rename the channel if we keep it this thing. I'd rather keep this one for everything because of the fact it has 900 people that are subscribed to it over since 2009. Walks. I walk about 4 miles every day as long as it's not freezing cold out there. So kind of the same thing Mark tried to do with bike riding, except a little bit different. But it'll probably like the name will probably change and everything. But they said I'm transitioning. I told them I'm transitioning to a 4-legged horse named Trigger. Or at least Troy says. A horse. Think about that. Nobody gets to take pictures like that. You'll be famous in an instant. You can probably hear a bunch of noise in the background. That's just the other. I think once you warm up when you get out of your car, I think your time size can be so much better. Oh, listen to you guys asked, how are you guys doing on this fine Saturday evening in the middle of winter? When I was outside, if you see the other live, it was very cold out. It's very cold. It's supposed to be icy conditions and slick rain. I was walking around in that, but it was getting pretty cold, and then the battery died. Um, but yeah, that's about what the gist of it all is. And I'm glad you're doing good, Cheryl. That's very good. What are you guys doing tonight besides hanging out on YouTube? Um, I'm just getting the groove of doing things on my own too. For various reasons. There's various things that I'd like to put up on YouTube. Opening magic cards tomorrow won't be, but maybe, or tonight rather, won't be. Maybe next week. Plan on taking a tripod and recording a magic game between me and my friends, which you've probably seen Mitch on their streams that I've done here with when Mark was on at the other place I used to stay at. Where are you from? Where's who from? I'm from Illinois in the Chicagoland area, and Stephanie is from Oregon, and the basic near Portland, put it that way, near Salem/Portland area, general area. Just got done grilling up a chuck roast, letting it cool, to making the steak and cheese calzones. That's pretty cool, man. What kind of cheese? That sounds awesome. Steak and cheese. I take it like a cheddar. I mean, you really want to use mozzarella with steak, right? So maybe cheddar. But that's awesome. But then you know how cold it is outside. That's what I was walking around in. Oh, mozzarella. Still, it works. I guess you put red sauce. It is right. So you got to put some red sauce in there, or ragu, or whatever word you want to use. See, you're close, man. You got to drop one off. Meet you in the corner of the street. You can just pass it through the window. Exceedingly cold. Exceedingly cold. Today is supposed to be. It's supposed to be ice. It didn't really hit us, so we'll see what happens with that. What's up, Ed Barkley? How you doing? I'm doing all right, man. It is very cold. It's in the middle of winter here, so it's pretty shitty and pretty cold. It's cold, cold, cold. But like I said, the ice wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Her video should be improving now. I would take it now. I would take it that you're out of the car. I guarantee your video will start improving. How is Trump doing? As far as I know, he called me this morning. He said he's doing fine. He had a couple Diet Cokes. We went over a couple executive orders together. Then, me, him, and Elon, we all had lunch together. It was a nice lunch. It was at Elon's place. It was called Doge Pizza. It was wonderful. I enjoyed eating the pizza there. It was very, there was no censorship on the pizza whatsoever. They put everything on it. Besides that, the red sauce is onions and mushrooms along with the steak and cheese, just like a steak sandwich with pizza dough. I can see that. That's nice, man. That sounds good. And vote me as well.
Things to see if I could keep it.
Yeah, it's fine. Your video will get better as you leave the car. Like it was doing fine before.
It's not that. It's the,
Well,
it does.
it's
It
just
really is more
mhm.
stable than
Okay. I mean, it's just okay. Yeah, no, that's awesome. 2G, 2G is actually the OG, right? Anna, the minimum wage in the United States. Wait, sorry, you're asking weird questions, so I'm answering the weird questions. The weird question is, what's the minimum wage in the USA? The minimum wage in the USA federally is, I think, 7.25. Here in Illinois, it's slightly different. There's different areas here where I'm living. It's about $11 to $12 an hour, but that kind of changes and fluctuates depending on which state you're in. But okay, right. That's an interesting question. I'm glad we settled that. And so now it's become an informational video. Anybody wants to know what the minimum wage is in the U.S., they can just find out here. What's the point of Googling when you can just watch an entertaining video? No, that's not the federal. The federal is 7.25 an hour. Go online. Don't be mean. Don't be mean to the people who might be slightly trolling. I mean, they might be slightly trolling, but they're still out there having fun, and it's not like she's anything rude. But the minimum wage in the country is actually 7.25. $15 an hour in Illinois. Is it? Is that statewide? What job you doing? Well, right now I am sitting here.
I love it.
I'm
I don't
doing
have any
this
problem with
job. You're
it.
from the
Go
UK.
for it.
Okay, well, what is the minimum wage in British sterling? And how's that Brexit thing going? Um, well, I mean, you ask weird questions about money, I'll ask weird questions. Oh, okay. So,
Hey,
so that was just this year. Okay.
hi, hi.
Oh, wow.
There
That's
we go.
crazy.
See,
That's awesome.
awesome.
I didn't
Good
even know
job,
that.
Anna. Thank
I'll
you.
tell you
You're
one thing.
great. I love you. Why, can you post organs while you're there? See, I told you. Awesome people. That's a normal question that they ask, and
Well,
they
no,
got
thanks.
you.
I give you that. Thanks
I
for
love it.
the helpful information there. I didn't know that. I didn't know that started this in the beginning of the year. It was when Brexit is great. Okay, I'm not going to argue with that. If you think it's great, it's great. I'm not going to sit here. I'm not here to talk politics. But if you think Brexit is great, it's awesome. That's good. I mean, I can understand the British
So
wanting to be
how has that helped
proud.
you in your life? Honestly, I do ask that question. So how
Oh,
has it
as of
helped
January,
in
Troy
your
says
life,
January.
Anna?
Troy left you a message. 2025 minimum wage is 14.70 in standard counties, 15.95 in the Portland metro area, and 13.70 in non-urban counties. That's a bit weird. What the hell is a standard county? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is a standard county? Every day coming more foreigners. Well, hey, that's I don't know.
How many people live in the area? It's actually most of the state. So most of the state is a non-urban area. Most people
Okay.
don't realize that. Portland is not the whole state, okay? Portland is just a tiny
Okay.
piece. And yes, most of and so been here for quite a while. I've lived in Idaho as well. And so there's this thing going on over here. And people just don't realize that what's happening. But I do know that nationally over there, did you hear about when we had, on the eastern side of Oregon and how they want to pull away and be part of, the greater movement?
No,
It's
I
basically the non-urban
bye and
areas.
take care, man. Appreciate you stopping by, dude. Thank you.
Oh, Stephanie started talking, so I was like, oh, she's gonna go.
Well, no, I just think he was like, what the hell's going on here? So, UK is 8 hours ahead. I thought London was 6 hours ahead. I thought London was 6 hours ahead. At least it is from me because I used to deal with a lot of people in the London area. Um, and I take that 11:40 is in British sterling. Right. Okay, ladies. Tomorrow's lottery numbers for Illinois are 17. So
Yep. Earlier today, I said I'm gonna win that drawing. I told somebody right. I was like, I'm definitely winning that one. I already knew I was winning it. Oh, guess what? The first one person named drawn, mine. So I gave it to somebody else because I'm like, see, I told you. I already knew I was gonna win it. I won it last time, so I'm gonna give it
as you can
because I win. I know when I'm gonna win. I won. I didn't.
is hey Steph, where is Prague? I mean, where is Prague? Prague, 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 whatever it is. Isn't it a Prague? Prague rock? Very progressive, isn't it? Where's Prague? Well, I don't know. No, I don't know. Where is Prague? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I thought that was a country. I mean, none of us are in Prague. Not yet.
Do you not
We can pray for Prague.
say where's Warsaw?
We can pray for Prague.
Okay.
Isn't it in Paris? Warsaw is in Paris, right? I'm
I'm
being
gonna
totally
losing it.
stupid. I know that Warsaw is where Warsaw is. And in London, that's over in
Hannah.
Japan.
How many times have you been on here? Sorry, I'm kidding.
Czech Republic. Okay.
She's one of those. She's like,
Are you like
yeah,
playing
I'm
Trivial
here. I'm
Pursuit and
here.
you're giving us Trivial Pursuit
She's
answers and
she's
questions as you're going?
she's this is why
I
I'm
feel like
not
your next
saying
answer is
anything
a
because
celebrity.
it's
Oh, wait, maybe
okay.
this is the
When
future.
you get
So
next to
in the
somebody
future,
that
we'll need to know where is
is,
Prague,
you
and we're
know,
gonna have to go to the Czech Republic. This is from the future. 8 hours into the future. 8 hours in the future, we're all gonna want to know where Prague is or Prague. Where is Krakow? I don't know, but it always sounds
uh,
like something you like when you're making sounds like from a gun, doesn't it? Krakow, Krakow.
she okay. I think she gave you this one, so just go with it. Or if you can't, then go ahead and just type it in. Okay, it's okay.
Well,
Nobody
yeah,
can
I
see
mean, I
your
could cheat.
hands. Nobody can see your hands. Exactly. Come on,
Oh,
just do it.
nobody can see my hands this
Come on,
entire time. You have no
come
idea
on,
what I'm doing.
come on. She asked
Um,
you. Come on.
where is? I don't know. Krakow, isn't that in Poland? I believe is the capital of Poland, isn't it? Yes, I just said that before she said it. So thanks for the latest Polish capital city.
Thank you.
My last name is
Yes.
Vajjalski. I am half Lithuanian. Thank you very much, but I don't know what the Lithuanian capital is. So don't ask.
Hey, do you
Um,
know what? Do you know what Stephanie means in Lithuanian? Is what I'm working at a food bank, and we're doing this much for community service, and so I'm working at a food bank, and they're asked me to lead it. I mean, I just started a week ago, but that's what's happening, because
hold
I
on for a
happen to be a
second here.
leader, and so they there's this one lady. She's amazing. I love her. And the first time I met her, she's like, "Do you know what Stephanie means in Lithuanian?" And I tried to look it up, or I've never actually found where it said exactly what she says, but apparently it's little star. And I have looked up, because of that, I've looked up Stephanie in so many different ways. So I
That
know what's
doesn't
up with
sound right.
that.
That doesn't sound right at all.
No, the name. It's fine. It's
I've
fine.
looked up Stephanie in so many different ways.
I know who I am.
Well, that's the
Oops.
start. That's the first thing. That's the first rule of success. Know who you are. I think Andrew Carnegie said that in Krakow, or maybe it was Prague. I'm not sure.
I stay positive. Oh, tomorrow is Sunday, so that's my day of rest.
Well,
He likes that. I said it like 5 times last time. I'm like, but
Anna, to
today
answer
is
your
also my
question,
day
it
of
depends
rest.
on whether
Oh,
they have
and
the right
look,
health insurance.
see, I
If
have
they have
my,
paid health
I
insurance.
have, look, see,
What?
that's what I'm wearing underneath. You can see it
Oh,
now
okay.
because it's sunny enough. It's warm enough for me to wear it
Mm.
because I am actually Native American as well. Here I am a Native in America with my.
But to answer your question, Anna, I'm curious what the next question is going to be after this one. Depends on the kind of insurance you have. We have the over-the-counter ones. I actually use an inhaler. There's one in my pocket. Depends on what's going on there. But if you have the free health insurance, you give it for free. If you pay health insurance, you give it for free. If not, it costs around $50 to $60 in U.S.
Most
dollars.
insurances will cover inhalers. Almost all insurances will cover inhalers. Sometimes you have to pay like uh, a
I
deductible at the
just
beginning
want
of
to
the
know where
year.
these
You have to
questions are
pay a
coming
certain
from,
amount
where
of
they're
money.
going.
Hey, she wanted to know, and I know the answer. So at the beginning of the year, you have to pay a certain amount of money for the whole year for many paid insurances versus like the free healthcare insurance. And so because we have both. So if if you do the paid one, or not the like I make under a certain amount of money one, then you have to pay a certain amount of money at the beginning of the year, before they'll cover your inhalers in
This
entirety.
is all true.
And
If
then when
not,
you go
people will come in your house in the middle of the night and rile you out of bed with rifles.
times up to 15, but and then if you have a really expensive inhaler like the special ones that they just came out with or name brand ones, there's certain ones that still are like $500. There's certain ones that people still can't get even um, on the free health insurance. So and I've run across that quite a few times, and they had to switch to a different inhaler. But it just depends on whether their doctor knows to prescribe the right one, and also depends on which pharmacy they go to, because that actually does make a difference too. The healthcare system over here is complex, and most people that live in this country do not
You
understand it
said thank you.
entirely.
I think Anna, I want to thank you for inspiring me because I think the next time I have any question, I'm not gonna fuck Google, fuck Bing. I'm going on YouTube Live and I'm just asking random questions in chat. If I want to know when the
Yeah,
ten.
and I'm aware. I have a bunch of I have family that is from Norway, and so very very close family that I grew up with, and I've also been paying attention. They moved over here when they were 13 years old, and
Excuse
learned the
me, lady.
language and went to the same high school as me, and so we have quite a bit in common. And I appreciate you being here, Anna. They say love is all. Yes. That is a mission that I came up with and asked Thomas to join me in. Asked the people that are here to be a part of, which is why I think that I end up in those places. I actually met a priestess here today at the place I'm at, of many faiths.
Ooh,
So I'm a
well, let me ask you a
believer. I
question.
just usually put it that
Let me
way.
ask you a question. Since you said UK is free, so obviously you seem like you lead towards labor. I would guess. So, like, what do you feel about the what is it called? Not the national. Is it the NHS? The no, yeah, the NHS, the NCS, something NCS, the National Healthcare.
Hold on.
Because you guys
Oh,
get
I
free
love it.
national
The
healthcare.
sun right now. Oh, it feels so good.
See, out here in America, we don't get free healthcare. What she's doing right there, where you're sunning yourself, that's the only treatment they give you. That's it. Free sunlight.
Wait, where we get free healthcare here? Just depends on how much money
Shh.
you make.
We're trying to keep people
I'm
from immigration.
sorry. I just explained all of that. So I think, you know,
Well,
depends on your
yeah,
income
but my way is
and
more
depends
fun. Let's
on what
say.
you do and which one you choose. And then if you have low income, the healthcare may really kind of not be so great, honestly. It's not the
Wow,
same across the board unless you know
I
what
have
you're
really
doing.
big
And even
eyes.
then, it's not. See,
Okay,
are you
10
looking at your
here.
eyes?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Standing in the
Um,
sun and warming myself. Feels good.
it's
It's
okay. I
moving, so
mean,
I have to
people.
move a little
There's
bit
8
at a
people
time.
watching
Look,
this.
we got a
People
time thing going on. There's a
for
time thing
what?
going on. I got to move a little. Get it?
Ah, well, to be able to know where you want, because then I can tell you where you're going to be 8 years, 8 hours into the future.
Well,
Um,
it's actually not too difficult to figure out, but yes, I've got it too.
oh, that's fine.
Hmm. We are going to continue this. That's what's going on.
Have you met anyone famous besides myself? Um,
Lots of people since I was little.
I don't know. I haven't met anybody famous.
I'll let him answer
I don't
first.
know because for me it's weird. It's like it all depends what you mean by famous. Like for me, a lot of my stuff, if you're in the UK, is connected to Doctor Who. So like I had the chick that was on a bunch of TV shows. What is her name? She played the companion in the 1996 Doctor Who TV movie, and I can't think of her name. I always remember the name of the character if I remember her.
How
But
about
she
this?
is.
Who led the lifestyles of the rich and famous?
Oh, that was it. What do you
Go
think? The
ahead.
host? That guy
Richard?
used to always
Yes.
talk like this. He'd be like, "No
Yes.
stalls and rich and famous."
Go. Yes, yes, exactly.
I
And
can't
his
think of
name
his name at the
is
moment, but I know what you're talking about.
exactly. Everyone has a hard time with it. And since everyone else does, I end up having a hard time with it. I know it's Richard something, and then I have to suddenly it comes to me like
Art
that
does
because I
not count
met
as
him.
famous. Hey,
I
look, I never
see
said he
him in
did.
my
Sorry, Mark.
I see him because I was little and I met him at Disneyland.
Kind of
I
think
walked
like
into this
anybody.
place. I was like, "Mom, Dad, I really want to go in there. I really want to go in there." That's pretty much how I meet everybody. I'm like, "I just want to go." And so I go. And then I like
That's the
whenever
way I
I'm
am about
happy
my
and I go
encounters.
somewhere, whenever I'm happy and I go somewhere, this is what happens. This is why I'm like, yes, joy, yes, love, yes, peace. Uh, Yes. So I walked
Um,
in
but
and he's standing there looking at things for like his granddaughter or daughter or something. And he was just the nicest person. He was so sweet. And then I've also met Weird Al Yankovic. But I mean, over here, who has it? Tons of people. I met all of Sublime. I hung out with them. Um, I met a bunch of, well, a bunch of other people in bands just because I like concerts. And somehow I end up like in the back or on the stage or whatever. It's not because I'm like trying to get back there. It just happens. Only once was I trying to get back. That was Sublime, and that was because other people were. Um, so that was more than me. And then let's see. I could name a
um, mine are mostly connected to Doctor Who.
most of mine are connected
Um,
to me. Some of them weren't so caring, but they were nice to me because I was nice to
right.
them. They had a bad day. Like some of them had horrible days, and they started out mean, and then they ended up nice. Oh, Sir Mix-a-Lot, Billy
Yeah.
Idol, yeah, that was at a
Most of mine are
concert.
like all related to Doctor
Yeah.
Who shit. That's my thing, and they're virtually like, but because of the fact they were in that, then they're like Fraser Hines. I'm like one person away from that. Fraser Hines used to be an Emmerdale, and like
Oh,
stuff like that.
Barack Obama. I shook his hand before he was president here in this city. He came up,
Um,
and I was standing with the mayor,
and
and he
Cheryl
he came right up
over
and.
there noted that Mark
Mhm.
does not count as famous, which I never said he did, with no offense to Mark. There's two different kinds of famous nowadays, though. Mark is like one of those
I'm
people that's like
famous.
there's social media famous, and there's famous
Well,
famous, but sometimes social
here in
media
my
fame
town, I
can lead to
am.
other things. Um, then there's infamous, which is totally different thing. Oh yeah, it's definitely the car that's cutting out your shit. Definitely. Anna says Las Vegas casinos, and he wins. No, I have a friend in Las Vegas, but I have no desire to go there
That's
really. I don't gamble. Right. Well, good thing you're so close because apparently there's a jackpot waiting for us there in Vegas, according to Anna. I guess that's the thing for the future is that there's a jackpot waiting for you in Las Vegas. So get your skates on. Use a British expression if you really haven't been. Oh man, see that's why you set all your chat settings to let all chat go. That's why just for that free entertainment of. Oh man, man. You know what I do say though, whether or not this person is slightly trolling or just having fun or just really fucking bored, I do think she should come back every
you,
time.
Anna.
Yeah, I think she should come
Anna's
back.
awesome.
I think she should come back every time
Anna
because
is awesome. I got you, girl. I'm assuming, but
well, I
yes.
mean nowadays you don't know though.
So my aunt's name is Anna. Yep.
It could be a name
That's
for
all I'll say about
Andrew.
that.
Who knows?
She actually is famous in the state as well, but that's all I'm going to say about that. Because if I say what, then definitely will be obvious.
She invented the first flushing
Mm.
toilet. Um, she invented a new
And
kind
by
of
the way,
toilet
I'm
paper
not
roll.
rich. I'm actually homeless right now, so let's be clear. But I
Technically,
am doing a lot of community service things by choice. Let's be clear about that too. Oh, I've done
make
it. I've
everything
done those
perfectly
things my
clear.
whole life. That's pretty much why I
Once
keep
this,
meeting famous people.
if it doesn't get icy, once this thing like goes back to like a decent power, I'll probably take a walk somewhere. But
I
I'm
have to
not
go.
gonna go. Huh?
Well, there it's a smaller group now. The sun is out. I don't know. I'm just still kind of you know. I wanted to go play with the Larping crew back there.
Yeah.
You know. Let's see. It's trying to for anybody
Well,
that wasn't on here before. This is what I came. I came to this park just to walk. I walk around. I hang out. Funny
well,
things
I should
on.
just switch you. Why don't you just
Like
hit that
this
switch
is
button and just switch the
oh,
camera and film it for a second? Why don't you just hit the button on the
pink.
camera and
It's
film
not
that?
pink. Ha ha ha. I will. I will. Just chill. I'm good. I got my side. You got your side.
You're not do that. That's not very nice.
I can do that
What
as
would
much
Anna
as I
think?
want.
What will Anna think? What will Anna think? You're trying to give her bad
Once in
habits.
a while, I do it. Okay.
Me too.
Saying things like they don't suck. LUK.
Fluck.
Got it. So they're playing. They're having fun. Being teaching people how to speak and say things that are neutral, which I love. I love. Okay. I really do. Writer here.
Alrighty. So
Along with me.
6. And from 2 to 6, anybody who
I
just
will
joined
switch
or
it.
came back, please like and subscribe to both channels and everything else. And will be things like this anyway. Will be going on. Uh, commonly, it looks like a found footage video right now as we're going through the woods. We're approaching.
Going
We're
through the
searching for
woods.
the
Oh my
Blair Witch.
gosh.
Right, exactly. There's this whole Blair Witch thing going on over there. This scene right here just needs like that weird atmospheric music going over it. Something like that.
Hello, I'm streaming.
Streaming. Hi, Streaming. I'm Moose. Nice to meet you. Hi, how are you?
Hi,
What's your name?
Stephanie.
Stephanie. Nice to meet you. Who
You
brought you
too.
out?
Myself.
Well, great. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here.
Thank you. I'm glad you're warm.
Ah, yes. This is how I keep cool, actually.
Oh, there you go.
No worries. I got a hood to keep warm, lots of layers to keep warm. I'm good. Thank you.
He's talking about encouraging people to exercise. I heard that. I don't know if you did.
Okay.
The reason I said what I said is he did not have any shoes on or socks or anything. And
Oh.
it's red raining and all that. So I mean, and everybody's in. Most people are in costume,
Okay.
so they're about ready to start here. I think they're
That's what I
practicing.
say. Why don't you reverse it? And I mean, they can just be my face. Doesn't matter. These 5 people that are here can watch these people beat the fuck out of each beat the fuck out
Hey,
of each other. That's
Fluck,
the best thing to do.
Fluck. Yes, hey, come on. This is a family.
No, it's
Love
actually
is
this
all.
video said it was not suitable for children. So,
No,
all
it is suitable for children. You need to make sure you put that on there
right,
because
I'll
it
talk to you
is.
about that
And
later. I'm not talking about it now.
well then, yeah, we're gonna change it. This is love is all.
Well, not right. Okay, but not right now. I'm not changing it out now. I'm not backing
Oh,
out of
I'm
this.
already there, baby.
Well, that's good, but I'm saying for the technical side of it, I'm not backing out of this now to restart it. What is it with open feel?
I
Like I
know.
say,
We need to have enough donations to be able to switch
I,
over and enough
I,
subscribers. I'm
well,
aware. But I need
No,
enough
not
subscribers on LoveIzAll in order to switch it over.
let's switch it over. Okay, I'll talk about it later. Um, it's just an open, empty field with power. Well, I guess I
Well,
answered my
no, we'll
question.
switch it over to one for both of us. That's for both of us.
Okay, well, for right now, like I said, I'll discuss that with you. There you go.
Oh, will you now? Well, fine then. Good thing I have LoveIzAll on my end already.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying about the details.
I know, I'm messing with you. It's all good.
I was just,
I'm
I was
playing,
gonna
I'm
ask a,
playing.
I was gonna ask a dumb question of why there's always power lines in open fields, and I answered my own question. It's so they can put the fucking power line there, and they see they
Because
can't build
that
anything
was,
beneath.
well, no, it's usually because it runs along the pathways, like the river, the pathways, the old pathways where the river was a pathway where they would do trade and
Well, yeah,
everything, where they would go down, up and down it to get to the next place they wanted to get to.
that's right.
So then they put houses all along there, and then they built
That's right.
other things, and they
Josh
cleared fields, and yeah, obviously, then they put
George
power lines up.
Washington traded for Potomac right there underneath that power line
Well, they were able to bring the
60,000 years
parts
ago.
in for the power lines on the rivers.
Well, as long as it's not too close to the river, that'd be a lot of fried fish.
It is pretty close to the river, actually. I at this park
Well,
is
not
a
close enough
riverside
for it to
park.
fall in. That's the point.
Correct. Yes, high point near the river, but not the highest. Oh look, there. Oh, you can't see it. Maybe I don't know if you can or not, but there's
What?
a bunch of birds flying, and underneath you can actually see
Oh
the
my
moon
god.
right now in the sky.
Oh my god.
Above all of these
Wait a minute.
players,
Wait a
and
minute. No, no,
it's
stop.
awesome.
Go back. Wait a minute. Are you serious? Birds that are flying.
I know, but what
Birds
I'm
that are
saying is,
flying.
if I had my, if I was recording right now on this phone, actually, I need to get the other recorder so I can record what I can see right now in the background is awesome. It's just beautiful. The way the clouds are
Yeah.
moving, and that there's a moon up there,
No,
and
I mean
the
when the camera
3D
is
is
stabilized, you
actually
can
really
definitely
cool.
see the nice clouds. It's a nice sunny day. You can
Oh,
see the.
I can put it on my on the tripod. I'm shaking a little bit as I'm cold.
No, that's
Try not
fine.
to.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Maybe you try it out the next time too, so you don't freeze yourself to death.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, next time I'll be prepared because I wasn't. I mean, I'm mostly prepared. That's usually I'm mostly, but I will be all the way.
um,
This was a I'm just gonna do it sort of thing. We're just gonna start. We're gonna start today. We're just gonna do it. Oh, child in the view. I'm moving away so that they
you
don't
do know
get a
they're
view,
in a public
and they're
space,
not.
right? You're perfectly. It's nothing. You're not doing anything
Yes,
wrong.
I know they're in a public space, and I could put them up, but I'm not going to because that's who I am. Unless I have permission from their parents, I don't. I do it all the time. I do it the same way all the time, so I don't have to worry about it. So everything's good.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We've lost
So
everybody
everyone
except for
knows
Steve.
that's what I
So
do.
now
That's
it's like
who I
what
am.
numbers are. Well, we lost our star of the show. Anna's gone. There's no more questions, but apparently she left us with a jackpot in Vegas. So that's always nice.
I think she probably means more than just money. That's how it goes, huh?
Oh well. No, no, no. You be quiet
So,
now.
did you like this camera better or the other one? The other one?
What are you talking about?
The other side? Well, this one,
That one is more
this
pixelated.
one. This one's more pixelated? Are you
Well, swing.
serious?
Well, here's the thing. In one, you're being static, and the other one, you're swinging it. So when you swing that one, it
Well,
obviously goes. So now switch to the other one
okay,
and do the
it's not
same kind of pan.
I'm not gonna see there. Here. It's not swinging. How is that?
Now switch to the other one. Actually, that one seems clearer to me.
It's just farther away. There's that. See, I.
Here, now put it. Yeah, put it in the same thing and then move.
No, I think
Eh, I mean, it's compared. It's not really.
So this camera is a back camera, and it's the camera that should be better than the other one.
Well, this
But
one
it's
seems
on. But
better.
I'm
Yeah.
holding it right now. Here, let me set it on the tripod because I'm not shaking quite so much. Okay, there. I'm not touching it.
Okay.
Okay, now I'll turn it around with the same shot, and you tell me.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, the first one. I feel like I'm getting tested for glasses right now. The first one or the
Well,
second?
you kind of
Second
are.
one.
Is it? That's the front camera. This is the
See, but the
back
thing is,
camera.
here to switch again. Like that's all the same thing that when I'm doing it
That's
again.
the back camera. Here's the
Cheryl says
front
the second
camera.
one is better. Cheryl says the second
Uh,
one is better, and that's what really matters. That's a good point.
how about
If
how
anybody
about
else
let's
can
do
chime
front and
in.
back. This one's a front camera. Hi, front camera.
Okay.
Okay, front
Right.
profile, front camera, back camera.
Yeah. So Cheryl's saying the second one is better. The first one has more color, but I'm not sure whether it relates to format. That's what she says.
All right, all right. Okay, I understand.
So I take it the one that Harley has a better color probably has more pixels or more megapixels, whatever the
Um,
hell they're called nowadays.
well, it's more all of the color is saturated together. All of the and it makes sense. The front camera is everything's together because only it's less cameras split up that makes the picture. The back camera
Right.
is more cameras. Yeah.
The first one is
So
more
that's
broad, vibrant. She says.
yeah, I can see that. Okay, so let's go with the first one.
Yeah, which for this might be the point.
And but she likes the back camera better.
Well, she said the second one is
so
better. The first
I
one had
think
more color. The first one is more vibrant.
so I think if we're doing it's the reason that the profile is better for close-ups. The front camera's better for
Right. Right.
close-ups, like I thought. Oh wow, there's a lot of shadows right there. The front one's better for close-ups, and the back one is better for long distance shots. That's
Okay.
pretty much
That
the
works.
way it already is set up. So we'll just
That
do it
works.
that way. I'm already cold now. I'm gonna go ahead and pack up.
Okay. That's fine. Like I said,
Yeah,
like
I'm
always.
starting to shiver a little bit more than I want to.
Well, if you know what's there, you can always go back and then do something more, or we can do something more detailed, rather.
I dropped a couple goldfish on the ground. I gotta pick them up, or
Well,
I'm
something
gonna
to eat.
leave them. Yes, something
Well,
will
some
eat
lucky
them, but
animal to
it's
eat.
not. No, no, no. It's not for the animals.
Listen, everybody likes goldfish. It's a snack that
I
smiles at
know
you. Go eat
that,
like
but
a pet.
listen to me. It's not. They don't need it. Okay. The squirrels get fat
How do
and they
you
get
know?
sick. They
How do
get
you know there wasn't a
diabetes. Like
squirrel?
literally, they get like a diabetes.
How
No,
do you
I'm not
diabetes?
leaving my
A
goldfish on the
diabetic
ground. I
squirrel?
picked them up. I got them.
A diabetic squirrel. That's just nuts.
my goldfish
Um,
crackers.
too bad, right?
Yes.
I think
Oh
I
my
was
gosh, you don't even know. There's a
yeah, it's
ton
like very
of
delicious.
yes, 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 it happens. So I picked
I
up
mean,
my
like, what is
goldfish.
there going to be a squirrel like standing on the corner by a corner store in 3 weeks? Man, you got a goldfish? Got a goldfish, man? I really need a goldfish. Can I get those
No.
goldfish? And Cheryl said, too bad you couldn't mix the two cameras together. The birds would love the goldfish, which, yeah, they probably would.
Yes, yes, the birds would, but I have a feeling that the squirrels in that spot would get them first. And they're all wet and gooky. Ugh. Ugh.
Ah,
I'm gonna wipe my hand off.
but it's getting cold, so it's harder for animals to find food. That's true. I used to always feed the birds by the house, but you're not supposed to do it too close to your
Uh,
house because you know what else likes
right,
their
but
food by your
this
house? Is rodents.
over here right now is actually a warm winter, and so there is a bunch more food growing, especially in this area than normal.
Hold the line,
So
folks.
actually, it's warmer here than it's supposed to be. So I actually do feed the birds and things like that when it's appropriate. But actual goldfish crackers are not really good for animals. So I don't do that.
But they're so tasty.
Seeds, mullet, the actual things that they're supposed to have. Then I'll do that. Pine cones, like I'll take the pine cones in this area. I'll take pine cones and pile them all up, and then they end up making little pathways out of them. When they peel them apart, they'll go sit in the pathway and peel them apart. And the funny thing is, if I pile them all up under the tree, they'll get more of them. um, as opposed to them being all over the place. And so, like, I pick up the pine cones to make the ground better in certain areas, and then I'll just pile them up under the tree next where they came from. And the squirrels and the birds and everything will end up eating more. So I do things like that. It's a Native
They're not
American
good for
thing, I
humans
guess.
either. That is true. You can't see me, but I'm still here. But yeah, you're right. They're not
Oh,
good for humans either.
yeah, I know. I don't normally eat them very much, but somebody gave them to me and I was hungry, so ta-da. I have a
I
bunch of
think
healthy
I
things in
think
here, trust
I think
me.
the entire I think the entire profit line of McDonald's works along the same principle. It's not very
Somebody gave
good.
it to me, so I ate
I know it's
it.
not good for me, but but I was hungry.
uh, yeah, but you know what? I actually really like their what's it called? French fries. But because they're as long as the oil is fresh and hot, it's just like just the right temperature so that they don't get soaked in oil, then I'm fine.
Okay. All right. I'm back. Exactly, not good for you. Yeah, well, yeah, it's well, I mean everything. I mean, so many things are not good for you. It's crazy nowadays. I mean, I've
Mm.
been on a diet since January of last year, so I mean, I limit my calories. I try to eat more fruits and grains, and even then, it's like weird things, like even the vegetables in a can, then there's too much sodium, and then now I mostly just eat the frozen ones you can steam in the microwave.
Mm.
Fries, McDonald's here are too salty. I never did care
I
for
just put
McDonald's
this
fries.
in the wrong side because I was on the phone. Okay, I gotta put it in
I,
the right place.
I
There we
never
go.
did like McDonald's fries, honestly. I never did like McDonald's. I like White Castle fries, which is only like this area, but White Castles are. I like White Castle fries, any fries. I usually like crinkle cut fries more than straight ones. But yeah, I don't care for McDonald's fries. Burger King to me would be better.
Yay.
Wendy's would be better. McDonald's, I actually
All
don't
right,
really like their food.
Thomas.
What?
I'm gonna go over here and talk to people for a few minutes.
Okay.
So I'm not being so rude because I'm at their event and I have talked to a bunch of them, but I see the looks on some of their faces, like. So,
Okay.
and I'm gonna grab some things that they told me I could have. What is it called? Let me think for a
Well,
minute. I
just
am getting really cold. Yeah, I'm cold. I'm
well,
gonna
just
go
well.
warm
Here's the
up.
thing: just switch the camera to face them. That way, you can see them.
No, well, I haven't talked to them all enough to make sure that everybody's okay with being on
Oh,
camera
that's true. That's
and
true. We'll
in
just
like
do it.
that close up.
All right.
So, so I could go here. I'll just keep it on me. I'll just keep it on me.
Okay.
That's what I'll do.
That works. That's
Yeah,
fine.
because they know I'm on, and then I'll just keep it on me. Just know
That's
that
fine.
I'm gonna talk to them and not you. Okay, so
Fine. I'll sit here and talk to
fine.
Cheryl while you're gone. I'll talk to Cheryl and Anna. That's fine, or whatever hell her name was. She can tell me about. We can talk about salty fries and Vegas jackpots and the minimum wage and Craig or Prague. Oh man, once you get underneath that thing, it's so wonky. This will be like a garbled fever dream over there. God damn. I don't know why I tried to tilt that back. Oh, and video signal totally lost. And the audio. Seems like any structure, except for the open field, it just messes with the camera. Gar, nothing, like any structure.
I want to take all of their fabric. I want to take it all, but I'm not going to, obviously.
Well, just take it and run.
There's a bunch of fabric in there well, I have one to give to somebody. This one right here is to give to at the food bank or someplace. I'll figure it out. It goes to somebody else. I really like it, but
You two
it's
have a
for
show every
a
Saturday,
child
probably more
or
than just
something.
Saturday. Yeah. I sorry I cut you off.
I I know how things work. Okay, And then
No,
this
you
one,
don't.
this one's for me. This one's for me right here. See?
Which
The
one is
yellow
for
one.
me? I want the one with the little
Which
pink
one's for
hearts.
you? Okay, well, maybe this one actually.
Oh God, I don't know if that. What is it? Looks like big McDonald's looks like an '80s McDonald's playmat. Like
No, it's like
that's like
70s,
it's like something
but
like a '90s show would have as
70s,
a
80s.
background for their logo. And
I'll go
Ansel
look for
Cheryl's.
another one. It cuts out under the.
Yeah, I know it does. As I said, any structure. But to answer Cheryl's question,
How about this one? How about this one?
what?
What about this one?
Which one? Actually, that's probably the one I would like the most out of all of them. It's kind of cool.
Well, I saw this one just a minute ago, and I was like, I really like that one too. Do you like this one?
Yeah, I do actually.
I'll bring it with me to Illinois.
Okay.
You like this? Okay.
Um,
I think I
I'm
can make a
answering.
shirt out of this actually, or yeah.
I'm,
Do you like
I'm
it?
answering Cheryl's question.
Oh,
She
sorry. What
asked.
was the question?
No, it's fine. She says, "Do you two have a show every Saturday?"
Yes,
I
we're
was
gonna have a
gonna
show
tell her
every
that
Saturday.
every Saturday and probably other
Yes.
days too. So, so I'm
Mhm.
answering that question. The same for anybody else who's
We're gonna
here.
start doing it as much as possible. But yes,
Right,
every
and then
Saturday.
different stuff. Like I'm gonna stream my walks and stuff because like sometimes I walk like 4 miles a day when it's not 23 degrees outside. So if it is 21 degrees outside, I ain't walking in that. I ain't walking in fucking 5 miles in 21-degree weather. And if I do it in 34-degree
Okay, I'm
weather.
gonna go grab the rest of that.
Okay, well, whatever you said.
For the
You
little
both
girl.
vape. No, neither one.
See the
She
little
still
girl.
smokes cigarettes. I have a vape
See?
here. But I don't gnarly.
No, I don't. No, I don't. And quit telling people that because I don't.
What?
That's really irritating.
Cigarettes.
I don't. So quit telling people that I do. Jeez.
Okie dokie.
He doesn't understand.
Well,
I don't
no.
think he understands. I live in America. Do you live in America? It's not completely free over here. I don't know if you've noticed.
I have noticed. Well, I think what she means
Let
is
me
some
be
of the
very,
people.
very clear.
I think what
It's
she means,
almost that. It seems like it is, but it's not.
sweetie.
Did you
I think
know?
what she
Did you know
means.
this? Did you know that if you tell your healthcare provider that you smoke cigarettes, that your insurance prices get jacked way the frick up, and it is the
Um,
only way that they can do it. Oh well, there's two ways. That and pre-existing conditions.
yeah,
So
I know what a
don't have
pre-existing
any
condition is.
pre-existing conditions, whether you do or not. Everybody does, but don't have them on paper, and definitely do not do
Oh yeah,
this.
I know
Uh-uh.
that. I've had that thing with insurance prior to like the changes. But I think the reason she's asking that question is because a lot of the people that came by today too and just said hi, a lot of them came from Mark's channel for the vaping stuff that he does. That's why she is. Like Mark Hardy, the other guy, Cheryl here. There's a few people here that came from not Anna. Anna was a new person. Troy definitely. He's right here. And Ed. So like at least 4 or 5 people that stopped by and said I came from Mark stuff. And from them subscribing to this channel when we were filming at Mitch's house, all the drunken debauchery stuff. For lack of a better phrase. But there it goes again. Any structure. At least I know it pops back in and out now. Yep, I'm a vapor. Oh yeah, I know. All you guys do that stuff. I mean, I don't have anything against it. I quit cigarettes in 2021 in February and just never looked back. Occasionally seeing Mark again, I would vape when I was drinking, and then I even fell out of that. It's not that I have anything against it. I mean, everybody I know is rather have vaping than smoking anyway around me, but because smoking just smells like crap. Yeah, I was a smoker from the time I was like, fuck, I didn't even have my 16th birthday, so maybe 14 all the way to 40 something, or right to 41, 42. And I quit for maybe like 3 months during that time period. You're 50, 55, yeah. Well, I'm 47, so yeah, it's like, yeah, I smoked for a long, long time. A long, long time. I wonder if she actually gets kicked out, if she hits the join the link I sent her again. I wonder if she can just rejoin it. It's better because we had one other one going before, but my phone died. So let's see what happens. But yeah, cigarette smoking is probably one of the worst, stupidest things I ever did, honestly. But I hope they actually find a way to do that. You're smoke free for a year come March. Oh, congratulations! Like I said, I was like February 2021. So actually, which I didn't even really notice because it's been so long. So that's 4 years, right? Yeah. So 4 years last month. That's sometime like in the middle of last month. It's been 4 years since I had a cigarette, and really any kind of tobacco anyway. Because occasionally I've smoked a big cigar, like a $10 cigar, and I've hit vapes, but I don't feel addicted to tobacco anymore. I don't feel I can do whatever I want with it. I don't do it if I don't want to. Kind of the same way with drinking. I'm not gonna lie, I used to have a drinking problem. If you've seen me drink. A lot of people seen me drink, so I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, say I don't drink or don't ever drink or anything else. Obviously, I do, but I can take it or leave it. I don't have to do it if I don't want to. Like I can, like right now, I haven't had a drink since the end of January, and I won't drink until March because I told the people I wouldn't drink till March and just taking a little break. The last time I drank like 2 6-packs of two tall boys, a Monaco, and like split a fucking bottle of Jack Daniels essentially with somebody, and that was just way too much booze. Well, yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I know you guys. Yeah. I'm sure you have seen me drink before, Cheryl, so I'm not debating that at all. I know you have. So, but I mean, for anybody else listening, I guess for their benefit, just to explain the situation, so I can drink when I drink. I don't have to drink. But when I do drink, I drink, and that's the thing. That's the issue I still have with it. When I drink, and once I get drunk, I don't stop drinking. Well, I do, obviously. I'm still drinking now, but I stopped way too late. I mean, put it this way: that night, the last time I drank, playing Magic with my friends, after I drank a 6-pack. Oh, I know we do. After I drink a 6-pack, two tall boys and a Monaco, and helping drink half a bottle of basically whiskey, a fifth of whiskey, then I decide to, when a guy goes to the store, hey, can you pick me up another 6-pack? It's like, wow, it is. It gets crazy, and it does. And then there's things with me. What it really is with me when I'm not on the screen. People should take my phone away when I'm doing like that, because I'll go, and once everybody else goes, I'll just be like bored and I'll just start making random phone calls. It gets pretty stupid. So that is actually part of the reason I'm taking a break. Not that I did anything stupid that day, but it's just like when you don't remember making calls, it's like, wow, I made a phone call to this person. Why did I call that person? I haven't called that person in 5 years. Why would I bother trying to call them? That kind of thing. I wonder what happened to her. I don't know where that went. There's no way I can check. Well, actually, there's a way I can check. Let's see what happens here. Where? Okay. Sorry about that. Hi, Butter Squad. I don't really drink with no peas and drinking. No, I'm not drinking. I was on here with a friend of mine. And thanks for holding down the fort, Cheryl, saying I tried calling her on the phone because she just dropped out on her end. So I don't know. I'm trying to see if she can use the same link to get back in rather than me restarting. So I wonder if she clicks that same link where it says, when you start the live together, whether she can still join, or it'll just give me an option on here to say to click her back in. So in a second, I'll try that again. Obviously, she didn't answer the phone at the moment, so I'll try it in a few minutes. And how you doing, bud? How's it going? I'm doing okay, man. Yeah, yesterday when you guys seen me on briefly, I was trying to. I plan on streaming more with this person and everything, just for the hell of it, and basically trying to raise money to get her to come here. So, especially since you're rented, you should know that. That's pretty much what primarily it is, because of both of our situations, as I'll explain. Going okay for the most part. Good. I'm glad, man. Have you seen Mark? I haven't seen Mark because he's been taking him. I know he's like taking a break from certain things. So I mean, I've seen him. I talk to him all the time. I just haven't been around him too much lately. He's kind of doing his own thing for the moment. Damn it, Dylan. Oh, get my coffee. Yeah. So in a few minutes, I'll try calling her back, or maybe she'll because I just want to know if she can hit that link and just join back up rather than stopping and starting. Now people are here and chatting and all that. I don't want to go off of it because we already had to do that once because my phone died. But essentially, like I said, as long as I've got your guys' attention and you're here because you've got the wrench and everything, that's what it is. We're going to try to raise money through PayPal and stuff to get her to come visit me in Illinois and continue to do the shows and all the streaming and other stuff, among other things. And then I'll be streaming my walks and other things and maybe some music stuff eventually. And if Mark gets into the music stuff too on the weekends and stuff, eventually it's through both channels, start doing the music thing. I mean, because if both of us do that, it's kind of weird to be like two different angles and stuff if we ended up jamming and stuff. Because that way. There's a bass sitting right there that I don't really have to learn to play it in the way I do and I don't because I played bass or played guitar since I was 15. So it's like a lot of time behind the guitar. So I have to kind of get back in the groove of things and kind of, learn the nuances of the bass over the guitar. But besides that, that's pretty much what it'll be about. Need her to come back because I should have gone and got more water while she was still there because otherwise, I'm just leaving people in a dead area. I mean, there's only 3 people, but still, nobody. Oh, should have got more water while I had the chance. But I'm gonna try that again right now. So hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Whew. Wow, I leave. There's 3 more people than when I came back. That's weird. Or 3 more people than when I left. I tried calling again, no response. So just want to see if she can use that same thing to get back in. Otherwise, I don't want to end this and then go back. And what she was doing was infinitely more interesting today than what I'm doing, and the interplay to thing. Yeah, hello. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she's talking to those people she was going to talk to or something. I just want to see if that link thing works. This is like a trial run, pretty much. I mean, there will be a normal thing to everyone else. Oh wait, there we go. Nope, it works. Good thing. Yeah. It said nope, that worked. But thank you, Cheryl, for that. Okay, that makes sense.
Hey, all right, on a phone call, I tried to tell you. Can you guys hear me?
Oh, okay. No, I didn't. I didn't know. That's why I tried calling you.
Yeah, no, I said that there was a nonprofit agency. They work with the church, and they actually go out and cut wood or they do cut a bunch of wood. They deliver wood to people that are cold that need it, or so they can warm up, or that are cooking with it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Basically, if you need wood, they'll cut a bunch and bring it to you in this area and a bunch of areas
Doesn't
near
say that
here.
in front of
And so
Lay's.
and so it's really so so I found out about the organization, and then I work with the food bank pantry. It's like a place where we collect food and then we can share it with the community. They can come pick up what they want. They actually can walk through and shop, like basically shop there, but without having to pay anything. And it's a safe place. So we try to make it warm and all of that sort of thing. No, we're not burning fires there, but uh, I want to I decided I wanted to add that wood cutting and actually delivering wood to people. So this service, they'll actually come out to your house and cut wood too. So if you have extra trees and things like that that you need to get rid of, instead of burning them and for just no reason whatsoever, you can actually have it given to charity organizations and people that are going to find wood or something to burn anyway, and that they need. And so
Or
we can give
someone.
them dry wood. It's better for the environment if they are burning dry wood, and they can have a nice hot fire. So
And they're
it's
not
amazing,
burning
and I
corpses.
love it. Right. But I'm probably gonna take a break here in a minute myself. Um, so
For
if that's
what?
okay, so that I can use a restroom and things. Because
Uh,
I've been on for
well,
quite a while. I've been
all you
on
gotta
for like
do. No.
2 hours or something. I
No, it's more like maybe an hour and a
All
half
I
altogether.
gotta do is
But
what? Set
it's
my phone
almost 2
down. I can
hours.
set my phone down. You want me to just set my phone down
Well, no. What I was gonna say is
so
what
I
you
can go
can do
use the restroom
too
and things? What?
is you can just reverse your camera, put your camera in your pocket, mute it, and do whatever the hell you want when your camera's in your
I'm
pocket.
not.
That's what I was about to do when I
Yes,
go to
I
go get
know.
water.
Okay, so reverse it, mute it.
You
Yeah,
don't
but
have to
sometimes
reverse it
the phone
actually.
will
If you
I
just put
can
it in your
just
pocket and
set
hit
it
the
in my.
audio. If what I'm saying is you just hit the audio, mute the audio, put it in your pocket.
Here, you know what? Here, I will do like what I was gonna do. Turn off the camera. There. Can you hear me?
That's what I'm saying. You know?
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Can you still hear
Yes.
me?
That's what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying.
And then I can mute. And then I can mute it.
Right.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I got it. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and mute it
Okay.
now.
Go ahead and mute it now. It is hard to burn wet wood. Yeah, I would imagine so. I don't know. If I'm honest, I've never built a fire before, so I don't know. It's one of those things that I just never got around to doing. I've never had to build a fire. I've been at a fire. I've never burned the fire. I've put things into the fire once it was going. I never actually had to start the damn thing. And never from scratch either. I mean, I'm sure I could if you gave me this shit that you light up and starter logs and all that. But never actually had to start an actual fire. When she gets back, then I'm going to black my screen because I'm going to get water. And I'm going to use the facilities. Growing up, you were heated by wood, really? Yeah, and I think she said some of the neighbors over by her are like that too, where it's all wood burning. That's part of the problem where she's at is the people next door burning bad wood. Always said make sure the wood. Yeah, because it's something about wet wood, right? Like it crackles, it can give off sparks, right? It can pop and crackle and sparks fly off of it. That's what I remember, right? It smells wonderful. I'm sure it does actually. You would think like it would. Because all the rainwater, like the smell of rainwater on wood usually smells pretty good when it rains real heavy after it's over if you go outside. So I can see that smelling good. I can see that smelling good. But also too, most of the times I've been like at fires or like somebody had like a metal fire pit. I didn't start the fire, you're right. It's always been burning since the world's been turning. I Billy Joel thanks you. Isn't there a new version of that thing too? How have I got here? Probably. Is it a short? Did it show up in live shorts? I don't know, yellow letters, how you ended up getting here, but welcome. This was two people streaming, and now there's somebody else going and using the facilities and everything else. Night Clover is back. Night Clover says hi. See, so that's why I didn't want to end it, because it's going on for that time period. You know, people can come back, and rather than end it, as long as I know she can use the link to get back in, and that helps out a great deal. It's gonna be weird. I think it'll be different using that other app that I have on my phone, but at least I know it works for this one in a pinch. To case for somewhere where she keeps on getting disconnected, or and I do. Oh, somebody gave a couple hearts to it. Thank you. Thanks for the hearts and the hearts, and the laughing face. Thank you for that. And the congratulations. I didn't even notice that. I wonder how many people don't even pay attention to that. It's like they almost try to do what format used to have that stuff like that. I know you Facebook Live does, where it's all you see during the entire thing is that thing going off with hearts and laughing emojis and thumbs up and all that, or angry faces.
I'm gonna leave. Hold on. Oh, I got to put this in my ear. I'm gonna leave the camera off for a few minutes
Okay.
because I'm trying to. I'm working on warming up.
Okay.
And also, um, I'm in the car,
Right.
so I'm just gonna leave the phone down and
And drive.
camera off. I'm gonna leave the phone down and the camera off.
Right. And drive. Right. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not touching my phone.
Right. I know.
Again, I live in the United States of America. This is not a free place. And let me tell you, I have been,
Yeah.
I've had people, I've had the computer system not know whether or not I'm looking at the phone or not if I use it in the car. And I had to prove to the administrators of websites that basically I was not driving the vehicle. I was parked while I was filming. So
Okay.
I just, and like I'm not touching my phone now. So in order to make sure that's very obvious, I have the camera off. It's on. But I have a headset in. Okay, which has been on the camera the whole time. Like you should have seen that. So I have a headset in, and I am just going ahead and gonna drive, but I'm not gonna talk about that word drive because again, I
I
live
don't
in
even know what that word
America
means.
and it's annoyingly silly over
Is that one of
here.
those?
So
Is that one of those newfangled words the kids use? I never heard of that word before in my life. What did you say? I didn't even understand what that meant. That's okay. I never heard of that word before. Don't know what you're talking about.
AI.
AI. Okay.
And the funny thing is, I actually know this car right here, which you can't see, and it's a private investigator. Oh,
But is it Inspector Gadget?
that's hilarious.
That's the real question.
He's a really nice guy, actually.
Inspector Gadget? Wait
I
a minute.
know
Wait a
him.
minute. Hold
He's
on.
a
Hold
really,
on. Hold
really
on.
nice person.
Are you telling me you think you just talked to Inspector Gadget?
Well, it's funny because I put it on. I don't use. I won't shoot like privacy. I'm really good with that. Not invading people's privacy.
Right.
Hi, puppy dog. Camera. So there's more that I can talk than just audio, actually. Anybody want to talk? Tell Thomas, and
Well,
he can tell
Cheryl
me.
and Night Clover are
You
having their
know,
own conversation.
we definitely could add. So we could definitely could add a couple people to the thing. Hold on just a second.
Hmm? I...
I can do flagging services. You need any help? No. Sorry.
What?
See you guys later. We'll see you next the Saturday after next.
The hell you...
Orin told me next Saturday initially, so that got. Oh, that would be helpful. Is anyone behind me? No. Okay. Can you send me this information? I got so much information today.
and I will send it over to you.
Okay, make a post on Silver Moon on the Facebook.
Yeah, be like, where is
Spider?
Spider?
Fighter. I thought it was okay. I was like, I just didn't know if it was another name that I need to remember. Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, awesome. So that was a LARPing situation, and I stopped because apparently there's practice for fighting. It's not really fighting. It's called fighter practice, but it's
Right.
play. It's for play. Yeah, yeah. So when they make fake weapons that don't hurt anybody and don't hurt each other, and they play with it's fun.
The
And
last one didn't sound right, but
they learn to be at least neutral. And there you go. Is that right?
it may be right.
Wow. So I'm gonna laugh a whole bunch because there's a bunch of people out there will understand me, and others will just think I'm silly. But I am fun and happy and joyful, and that is what I am. Really like.
Right.
And I do believe that we all do it. Some do it more, some do it less. It's just whether or not even people that don't want to help people still help people. And I've seen it so many times. They may walk around and say they're grumpy, but they're really not as much so as they seem. I am happy to be somebody who can see more of the world. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, no.
So is anybody writing anything?
Well, like I tried to say, Cheryl and Night Clover are having their own little private conversation, which is fine. I mean, they're just talking to each other.
Let's jump in.
Well, Cheryl just said
Let's jump
hi.
in. Come on. I want to sync. I want to be in sync with our audience
What?
here.
What?
Let's jump
Well,
in.
Cheryl said hi, and Night Clover said, "What are you doing today?" Cheryl said, "I don't know what the
Oh
hell that
yeah, I
is."
wanted to write him back, but I
And then
haven't
it says,
figured
"Yes,
out how
there
to
is an
put a
elephant
keyboard on
behind
there.
you."
Okay, okay. So ask
Apparently, there's an
Night
elephant behind Night
Clover.
Clover and he's being trampled right now by a pachyderm. That's what I'm getting from this.
Interesting. So is there some sort of Democrat thing going on? Are you the
I
Democrat
don't
and I'm
know.
the Republican? By the way, I'm not in anything. I'm independent, and I'm not even
I
independent. I'm not any
I don't
political
think there should be
affiliation.
political
I go
parties,
back
so
to
you're talking to
anyway.
the wrong person.
Exactly. Okay. Anyway, but
I think they just
however,
all
I
do the same
understand
shit, but
having more than one. It can be helpful
they
for
just keep switching
people
shit
to
back and forth
understanding
to
each
fuck with
other.
people, basically. Oh, wait, this is YouTube. Hold on for a second.
Who is a pachyderm? So, Night Clover, how are you doing? Um, I wanted to ask you. I think you know how I'm doing at this point. We always get our questions answered if that we ask.
I forgot this
And
was YouTube.
I did read yours. I did let you know that if you were listening. I do believe that you heard
I
me.
reserve the
I
right
hope.
not to vote. She said,
He
Cheryl says
reserves the right.
reserves the right not to vote, and she's independent, and Night Sliver said good.
I
I
reserve the
don't know.
right not to vote, but I usually vote. I reserve
I
the
forgot
right
we
to
were on YouTube.
vote against my own vote, which I've done before. I did it this last election. That was all I will say. And because I knew it wouldn't matter. I knew who was winning. I knew who was winning. So I knew it wouldn't matter. So I voted against my own thing. Because since I live in Oregon, and Portland's in charge, I knew that Oregon was going to definitely swing Democratic, and there was nothing that I was going to be able to do about that. So instead of voting against the state and having a bunch of people here be like, "Erg," I just said it doesn't matter. So I happen to be in Oregon. I'll just vote with the state for now. That's what I did. If that tells you anything about what I would have wanted or not wanted.
She says she's
I
in
voted
Virginia.
against, and I didn't really want either one, really, at all. Oh, awesome. Virginia. 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 I've been to Virginia, actually. I drove through it. Let's see. Yeah, I was in Virginia when I went to Georgia. I was on my trip to Georgia. So
Get you. You're all nuzzled.
I do believe that was the only time I was in Virginia. But yeah.
What you
What
doing,
is
baby?
amazing about Virginia? What does she love about Virginia?
She voted against her state too. She said she didn't say anything else. I'm trying an internet tactic. I'm filming the cat because YouTube and internet and
Oh,
cat.
that should work, especially given the connection thing going on. Awesome.
So I got baby in my arms, and she's just kind of nuzzling into my chest as I hold her in an awkward position. I try to keeping the phone in a certain position.
And I can
Aren't you?
pay more attention
Aren't
to the
you?
conversation actually
Aren't
when
you?
I'm just talking versus doing the camera and everything all at once.
Well, you get used to it. Here's your pretty kitty.
Well, yes, I am used to it. I'm just saying I can pay way more attention. And I think maybe some people understand.
Oh, there you go, babes.
Thomas, I know you understand. I know you do. I know you do. Uh-huh. And I'm paying very close attention to the road as well. So
Famous. Huh? Why wouldn't you be famous? Your hair's all loose. You get hair
because
all
her
over the
name
place.
is Baby, that's why. It's confusing. I'm like, baby? Which baby? And he's like, hey, baby. Oh, I mean, he doesn't really say what he. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well, because my dad named the cat. We had another cat. He lost. His name was Rizzo. He lost that cat. He wanted to name this cat Rizzo, and I said he can't give it the same name, so I didn't call it Rizzo. I just was, but I'd say it's a term of
No,
endearment all the
don't give it
time.
the same name as your other cat, but give it the same name as a whole bunch of people that it's a pet name
But
and
that's what I was
she's a
trying to say.
pet,
It
so I
wasn't
suppose it
intentional.
works.
But that's what I'm saying. It wasn't intentional. I just started going like, "Oh, come here,
It's
baby.
hilarious.
Who's my little baby? You're my baby." And then she just figured out eventually,
I'm
"Hey,
like,
my name must be Baby."
and then I just decided, don't say that. Don't call me baby because I'm not one. Thank you.
People want to see your face.
I'm like, that solved it. He's got a cat named Baby. He'll never call me baby.
10 people are watching this cat. Now 9. Do something interesting, cat. Do a backflip. Now. No? No backflip?
Sometimes he does talk to the cat and me at the same time, though, because he finds that humorous. I do as well,
I
sometimes.
know. I just talk to my cat. While you can't see me, she does things. She'll come up and cuddle with me or whatever, and then I'll say, "Hey, baby," and right. Don't step on the keyboard. No, 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 no. Don't step on the keyboard.
Dude, yes, this is awesome.
Punch it.
If you so can they like my
Can they what now?
follow my Facebook? LoveIzAll.
Ooh,
My SC LoveIzAll.
I would have to look. I'm pretty sure. Oh, subscribers.
It
Well, you
did.
could.
Now it shouldn't anymore because you're going seriously. Even you hadn't subscribed to it, so now you can do it. Now that I'm
Now that you've
here,
given out the message, I was
or
waiting for the official announcement, and then I would join.
the official announcement's coming because you're going to put it on the actual page. But for now, it's just verbal. It's not technically
No, I
official.
know.
And I'm gonna put some videos up so that it's more official and all of that. But
Right.
I mean, you should be the first one, and or is someone else gonna beat you to it? Because I think
Well,
someone else might beat you to it.
right now, let me see here. Let me see if I can do it through the laptop because otherwise,
Who's gonna be my first subscriber? I'll remember you forever.
oh, be quiet, woman. I'm trying to get
Actually, probably like the first 10 because I'm gonna write them all down. I was thinking about writing the first 100 down and
Wait a
like trying to memorize all their names once I
piece of
get
time.
seriously. I don't know if I could do that. Well, I'm temporarily, and then whoever sticks around, I'll be able
Ah, you
to
put it.
definitely
You
remember.
talked in chat, so I had a hyperlink to your channel. So as soon as my janky laptop wants to load,
But I think I'll definitely make a note of remembering 10. That way I can remember other people that I want to remember. Where I
guess what?
try to just
Guess what I just
cram
did?
100 people in my head. It's yeah. What'd you do?
I just subscribed to your channel.
Are you the first one?
Yes, I would take it so.
Well, you could look and see. It should say how many on
Well, the
there.
thing
If
is,
it
it's not
says
going to say it at
one,
first. Hold on. Let me refresh the page, and then if it says one, then we know. This has to be really entertaining.
well, it should say
Um,
0, and then it should say 1, 0, 1, 0, 1.
well, no
Haha.
shit.
It should say
Sherlock.
that.
Join 2012
We're entering quantum
Information.
physics land now. Time is but a reality.
It doesn't say. Maybe it say when you get two. Maybe that's why. Maybe it is the first one. I don't know.
In this world, Genesis
Um,
1:6a. Hello. Anyone want to look that up?
oh, Cheryl
Oh,
said she wanted to be the first, but I guess I beat her to
I
it
wanted
slightly.
Cheryl to be the first. Guess what, Cheryl? He's 0, you're 1. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
But yet they say
Yes.
women don't gang up on men ever at all.
No, no, no. It doesn't mean it's your. Okay, I'm talking about it in
I'm just
a
kidding. I
different
don't care.
way. You're just gonna have to keep up.
The name of her The name of her page is Love Is All, which is also on Facebook. It's LoveIzAll. But if you want to subscribe to her YouTube, all I got to do is just
Just
scroll up in the chat.
ALL.
And she
There's
said,
not. There's only 2 L's.
yeah, I know. I said ALL. But if you want to go subscribe to her channel, I just went up through the chat and found where she said hi and just clicked on it. You'll notice her because she's wrenched already. So you just go
It's
up and click on
supposed to
her.
be. It's supposed to be a capital L, but they on my Facebook it's not exactly perfect, but it does say it on my post. It should be capital L OVE, capital I, lowercase z, capital A, capital A, and then lowercase ll. So basically, L, I, and A are capitalized, and
Did
L.
everybody get that?
So
Everybody taking note?
yeah,
Um,
LoveIzAll. Doesn't matter if you actually capitalize it or not, but there's a reason that it's that way. The LL is 11. That's 2 ones. There's an O. There's a lot of things going on in the actual whole thing, and it has to do with time and everything. And it's the reason I have Love Is All and Love Is All One. So on Facebook, I just have Love Is All. Snapchat, it's Love Is All One. Um, on
well, yeah.
Instagram,
I
it's
mean,
Love Is
I do
All.
that too.
Yeah. So
I do that too. If you put in Tom Spy 77, you'll just won't pull up YouTube. You'll pull up a bunch of different stuff of mine. Honestly,
I don't
as
have
long
a
as you figure out
website
the
yet.
name.
I'm working on that, and I wanted to have enough content everywhere to just like take it all and put it in there. Now, in my writing, on paper, and even in my phone, I have a ton. So digitally,
Oh
I
yeah.
have on my drive, I have a ton of content, like just so much. I have it all written out. I have it with pictures. I have it with video. I have just tons and tons. Poetry, prose,
Hey Steph.
articles, you name it. Yeah.
Hey Steph. What's your ETA to your house? Out of curiosity.
Oh, I have to stop and get some ice first because
Can you,
I the
when you
my
get out at
living
the gas
arrangement is
station?
not the best, so I have to get
I
some ice
know.
first.
Well, when you get back to the gas station, you can film there. So can you get back on for a minute?
Um, I can get back on I can get back on camera
For the time
just
you're in
for
the
a
gas
minute, but
station, so I can go use the washroom
I'm
every
not
so
gonna
often.
walk in with it on because I haven't done that before. And I mean, they know me here, they like me. I drop off masks and all
Uh,
sorts of things,
well,
but
when you
I'm
get
not
there, I
gonna
just need
walk
you
in
to.
with it.
Well, when you get there, so we don't end anything, that way you just go and let me go and flip my camera. That I can go basically to the bathroom, fill up a water thing, and come back.
Plus, it's a truck stop, so like there's privacy stuff going on yeah, people that are in need and that sort of thing. It's probably why I
Right.
end up here. Yeah, I'm a soother, healer, and I
But
really
when you
am.
get there, just let me know. Just flip the camera over and go on for a minute, and then because we'll do it for a while longer. tonight, and then you might as well just stay on the same one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Just give me a minute to sort out what I got
Because
going on on the.
I'm not sure how the likes go for the algorithms and shit. I don't know if like the more likes a live have, does it bring up self-effect of other lives? I would take it the like system has to have something to do with popularity, even to this day, and
Yes, it
how things
does.
are
It
seen.
does. It does. I
So
have a ton of
even though they say the
playlists that
downvote,
I'm working
that's why
on
the downvote
updating
thing still existed.
on on in the music section of
Because I
YouTube.
think that's why the downvote button still exists. Because like the upvote, you can't see the downvotes anymore. You can't see, nobody can like start judging shit by YouTube videos and everybody look at how many dislikes it has. So
Well,
now
if it's
only
anything
likes are
like
counted.
YouTube Music, I have
But I think the
playlists
dislikes and
that
likes in the system have.
literally push. They literally. I've just done it over time, like over time that the once I started the playlist, and so I was using the playlist to sort things like most people, and I just put something here and something there. People send me music, and I just put it in there. Um, and over time, I've gotten better at figuring out what I wanted and how I wanted it to be, so that I could just
Thank
put
you,
like
Cheryl.
one or two songs in a playlist, just one song in a playlist that's titled. And if someone clicks on it and lets YouTube AI
I
do its
forgot
thing,
that.
they'll get songs that are like it. Now, the more songs I put in a playlist, obviously, the more you're gonna get songs like it. But like, if you want really happy, positive things, you would want the playlist that's like um, Jason Mraz and Ed Sheeran and things like that. So like, but I do have ones that literally say happy, love, upbeat, like or to to
Sorry, I
do
forgot that.
choreography, because I want to do that, or to sing with, to dance with. I have ones like that. I have one, so there's just a bunch of things like that. I have ones that are like to learn the music of, like how to learn to play the guitar on the
Right.
songs or whatever. Yeah. So,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Well, I was just
So,
saying.
and that works. And the thing is that it pushes out. Like, I have playlists that have tons and tons of followers, tons of tons of likes or whatever. People have clicked on it over time. And I look back at it, I'm like, wow, there's a ton of people there. I had no idea.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch.
Um.
So I'm using that profile here, and it should work. Yeah.
Hey. Just saying. I said thank you to Cheryl because she shared this live stream on Facebook. So again, thank you to Cheryl for
Oh,
sharing it. And
awesome. Thank you so much, Cheryl.
so that's awesome.
Yes,
Sounds
I
so
will. And I will
enthusiastic.
be.
Hey, that's awesome. I
I
say
will
it a
be,
ten
and I
times.
will be, I will be in picture format here in just a minute. Hold on.
Yeah. Thankfully, yeah. Because I gotta.
I gotta turn the car
That's
off
why.
basically before
That's fine.
I turn the camera
Don't
on.
take the yeah. Don't take the turn the car off. Take the keys out. Yep. You got it. That's what I would
That's
do.
right. That's right. That's
Couldn't find
right.
her
You
on
got it.
YouTube. You couldn't. Cheryl, all I gotta do is you can't. Where you on your computer at home? Just scroll up in the chat, and she says SC is what she's. And it's got a picture of a little blue. I don't know what that thing is. The picture. I was gonna ask her that anyway. And it's you just scroll up, and that's how I found it really quickly because it just says SC,
Well,
and
you
she's got
could
a rent.
post the link real quick for them, for her.
I could do that in chat. Hold
Yeah,
on.
you're my
Let me
tech
do that.
person right there. You
Let
can do
me.
it.
I need. I need the real mouse. I can't deal with this touchpad bullshit. I need. Where the fuck is my wireless mouse? All this junk in here. Xbox controller, tablet. This
I
thing I
should be able to
need.
sit here and do it. Everything's
This thing
off.
I need. Well, yeah, no, I just need you to do it while I use the facilities and get something to drink. Then you can hop back off on the ride back. I need to find my mouse though if I'm gonna do that for
Well,
Cheryl.
I'll sit here and then, but just
Well, here.
remember that I have no heat, so I'm gonna sit here and be cold for a few minutes. You can go
Well,
do
I
what
know
you
that I'm not gonna.
want.
Well, I'm not gonna go out there. I'm not gonna go out there and have like a 4 course meal. I'm just going to the bathroom and then getting the coffee and water. Go to the channel. And I'm gonna pop this in here for her real quick once I generates the
You
link.
can drink and eat on here. It's okay. It's okay. If you don't,
No, what I
then you
mean is
don't get
like
a chance to eat. You know,
no. What I'm saying is that
these are
I have
actually
to go
really
out there to.
healthy mints.
I'm in here, so I have to go out there to do that.
And no, I'm not getting paid. Well, actually,
Oh look,
it's
I can give a heart
Maluka,
in my own
so
video.
I could get paid. If anyone wants to join Maluka, tell
But
me.
there, But there you go, Cheryl. While she's on, I'm gonna switch. Like, I'm gonna put the camera down for a second. But there's the link right there in the chat to her YouTube. I just went on the laptop and did it. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'll be back. Hold on to fort there, Steph.
Mm-hmm. Holding down the fort. Couldn't find me on YouTube, huh? There you go. Now you can. It's because I haven't. I told him I wanted to do this. He says I have 900 and some odd followers. Once I get to 1,000, then some other things. So I said, well, I need to get to 1,000 too. And I was wanting to do it under just Love is All, like Love is All one for both of us. So that's why I said I want to transition over to one that's both of ours where we can just log in and Love is All one. And then anybody else who wants to join, eventually that's what I want. Like, I want people to be able to just join in. They can be on the conversation as well. And Cheryl, and Anna, when she comes back, I want you guys to be on it with us, and maybe even this night. Where's he at? Night Clover? Is that what it was? Night Clover. Night Clover. Yep. Literally the first thing on my list. He says, "Yep." That's awesome. The first thing he said was, "Yep." So, yay. I haven't been figured out how to write on here on my phone yet. So I'll just reply by voice. And I have water. Yes, Cheryl, you're number one. That's right. You're number one. Cheryl, do you say it Demers or Demirs? Oh, if you could do on your phone or just type it out how it sounds, and then I'll be able to understand. Unless you know like how to do the little symbols and stuff. Demers? Is it Demers or Demirs? Or there's other choices, but you said yeah. So we'll go with number one. That's awesome. That's really good. Even if it's two, you're still one. And we have 5 likes. That's great. That's great. I don't even. It doesn't matter how many people are in the room right now. It never does. I'm aware of that. In fact, sometimes having smaller audiences is way better because I can talk to more people. I guess Carlos Roberto from Brazil. Let me look who else is here. Was there earlier? Troy V. Who's in the room now? How do I tell who's in the room now? I don't know. I'll figure that out later too, I guess. It could just be because I'm doing it on my phone. Troy V helped out with the information that I was talking about. Sure, you were the one talking about the animals and the food and the fries. Mm. The fries at McDonald's are too. They can be sometimes salty. The main issue over here is not salt. At the ones nearby, sometimes they just are not fresh, but they've been getting better at that. So let's see. You had been okay. I see. Yeah. That whole situation is I'm not really. I just every once in a while, and it's like and so Cheryl, you know what I'm talking about. And it's also I do like the lightest filtered, um, organic and only tobacco, and I think that might have something to do because I'm Native American and they live till they are the tribe that I would like to actually uh, technically be part of because I'm not technically, um, but my great grandmother is a full blooded Native American, and there was some issues with the birth certificates and things like that because of Katrina. So I'm working on that part. I uh, actually working on getting a lawyer right now for being able to claim Native American heritage status in America, which is it's a whole process. Trust me. Oh, you're from the Blackfoot tribe. Very good. So I am from the Choctaw, and then from part of my family says that we're actually Chickasaw, which was Choctaw was all together, and then Chickasaw like pulled off. For those of you that don't know, and like they broke off into their own thing, and so my family's like in Kansas, what was in Kansas, and then moved down to the south in the Mississippi and Louisiana, and then some of them have also gone to Texas. And so I actually learned to speak in Louisiana and Texas when I was little. On your father's side, okay. Yeah, it's on my father's side too. Or no, sorry. It's on my mother's side. It's on my grandfather's side. For some reason, I do that. It's on my grandfather's side. Actually, I know the reason, but that's a longer story. Very good. So I'm originally from Texas. I was born there, um, and in a in a place that means the body of Christ. Really not that difficult to figure out. Right on the water, practically on the water. The interesting thing about that is, um, my family actually lived in this tiny little apartments right almost on like right up next to the water, and it feels like they were on the water in my head because a big huge tornadoes and hurricane well big huge hurricane and then subsequently a bunch of tornadoes actually the year I was born, the month I was born, and like the month after I was born, and about a week into me being alive came along, and my parents decided to go ahead and leave that place right after I was born because I was born, and because they moved, they survived, and so did I. So that's kind of cool. I love it. I was named Stephanie, and that means grace and little star and a bunch of other things like the stone of God. And I didn't know a lot of that until recently. All I knew was that it meant like princess and Grace, and I was like, I'm not Princess Grace, and I'm not a princess, so stop. That's about it. And then recently I found out all the other ones. I was like, oh, those fit. Those are good. I mean, Grace part's good. Princess part, fine, whatever. Little star, I get it. It's fine. Fine. But I'm not a princess. I just am who I am. And I think if I was part of the tribe, I would definitely be a priestess because I keep ending up around these priestesses, even today. And they end up being like some of my best friends. So it's awesome. She's a different kind of priestess, though, not a Native American one. No, it was part of the Larping organization, the AMT Guard. I wrote it down, amtguard.com. It's a national organization here. And then they have like a little local thing going on. They had a it's called Kingdom
Um,
Led Event, which I just thought was the most interesting thing. As it is.
are you reading her chat thing or no?
Yeah, I've been reading it.
That
Yes, her Indian name is
okay.
Sparrow. I'm reading it.
Okay, I
I'm
just want to make
going
sure you're
down
saying
one at a
something.
time. I got it. I went
I
up and
got
read
delayed.
all
I
the
had an
other
interesting
ones, and
conversation
then I
about
came
social
back down
justice.
because Cheryl is number one. And I'm gonna write it down. In
Okay,
fact, I'm writing it down right now so that if for some reason, that way I don't have
so
to
you
do
don't
this
forget.
again. No, that way I don't have to do it again. That way I can keep this only one time and we can move forward. She subscribed. and I'm gonna put her down as number 1. So I'm gonna get my subscriber list here, and I gotta put it into a permanent location.
You do know later on you can just go on the thing and look at their subscribers, right?
I know, but if I write it down, I will remember it better.
Hold on. Be right back. You gotta leave audio on, but I need to make my tea. Hold on a second.
Because she's number 1. Not only she's number 1 for like my live stream. Seriously, she's number 1, even though we're on your channel. Cheryl. There will be other number 1s, but she's like the original number 1.
You're gonna make Anna take away that. You didn't make Anna number 1 now. She's gonna take away that jackpot in Vegas. Let's see.
What? No, Anna Masova, right? Yeah, I see. I already remember. Let me go back up, make sure.
From Prague. Or Prague.
Prague. Wow, that's why you didn't know where it was. Makova. See, I knew I needed to check. Anna Makova. You're so funny. I'm writing it down. Cheryl, I'm writing notes down about you. You know, once I do, that becomes permanent. I know how this works.
Oh, I see how it is. I'm number 2.
So her Indian name is Sparrow. I have not been assigned an Indian name. So I would be interested to see what that would be. Probably what my other name is. Because I've been told, you know, little stars, like the main one from other people.
She who streams on YouTube.
It wasn't a Native American that told me that. It was a Lithuanian person, but that doesn't mean that. Okay. Yep, Tom is number 2. Well, Tom is number 0 on my thing. Actually, I haven't set his 0. He's 0 because he's like the other part of me as far as like starting. Plus, we're on his channel, so he's 0. Oh wow! Of course you have an Indian princess named Anna. Awesome. Hey, he knows where he's at. He's fine. He's fine. He's totally fine.
Oh yeah, I'm totally fine. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. Everything's just fine. Everything's dandy. Everything's A-okay.
I didn't say it that way. Come on, look, I went on here with no makeup on, on a cloudy day that's like half cloudy, half rainy, half wildfire smoke in the sky, stuck to the clouds. I mean, come on, look at the sun coming through though.
You guys are driving me to drink tea.
Mm-hmm.
Out of a Beatles mug and all that.
Because I said, we're going on, it doesn't matter, we're doing it.
I know, Cheryl. She said the one that Indian princess is one who named her Sparrow, and I know you're just playing around. I'm just playing around too.
So I need she said she was a priestess, not a princess, but I'm assuming that's in the terms that you're talking about, it would be the same or close to it.
There was coffee still in the coffee pot. It would have been coffee too, but there's no coffee out there. Tea.
I would like some espresso, and I'm gonna get some when I get home. I'll make some espresso because I have lactose-free milk and really good beans, and I can coffee beans, and I can cut them up and make some really yummy espresso that's healthy for me. With some dark chocolate that I like. That's actually good for me too. Let's see. So, okay, I was writing down Sparrow, Indian princess gave name, and Blackfoot.
What about a black-footed sparrow?
Oh, Indian princess named Anna, which, you know, that actually is helpful because then I can remember Anna Makova's name.
Isn't that a tennis player?
She has a French press. Of course you do. I want a French press. Sorry. I'm good with my espresso for now, but a French press would definitely make things a lot faster.
I've always been looking for a French pool, but I never can find one.
Yeah, French presses do make good coffee. I have one that you put on the stove. Like for it's like a camping one. Um, but I don't have one where you just put like hot water in it. And honestly, yeah, I kind of am too, a coffee snob. Um, I like it good, you know, like I'll drink if you know what ristretto is. Um, as far as espresso goes, it's where they use high pressure they use less water in the espresso machine to create higher pressure, and what it does is makes espresso that's lighter in color, has a little bit less caffeine, but it also has less. It has a lot of flavor though still, but it has less acids. So like my stomach and like it's less acidic.
Oh yeah.
So if I feel like that's what I
One more
want, then
time
that's
as
what
long as
I'll
you go
have.
back.
Yes, she does. Awesome.
My
Press
question to
over
you is,
my
that's why I'm just audio, but can you hear me? You said you like it good. I'm just curious, is there anybody out there that actually says they like it bad? Whenever somebody says I like it good, like who's out there saying, you know what, I want bad coffee today. I don't want good coffee. I want really bad, shitty coffee.
Well, they may not say it, but that doesn't mean they're not drinking it, right,
Well, of
Cheryl?
course.
Yeah, you like your strong, so you would do lower pressure, or you
The
would
thing
do
is, we
it like
already established.
you can do the ristretto shots, and you just add more shots, and then you have the higher caffeine with the lower amounts of acidity, and that works really well. Or if you want it normal, obviously you just say it's called normale or whatever, normal, and then that's how they make the shots as normal. Um, Usually you can do double shots that way. If you do the ristretto shots, you have to do one shot, like a single shot at a time. So it takes a little bit longer, but it tastes good. I just like the low acidity because I'm tiny and but I can do normal. And also it is faster in an espresso machine. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. So you can do triple shots in normal too. You could do the other one. What is it called? Like stronger ones are. It starts with an L. It's like LE. I have it on my phone on it's like a website, Master Chef Masterclass. It's masterclass.com, but anyway, it's like a chef thing, and they have a bunch of different ways of they explain the science, and I like understanding the science, and then they explain the words, and then sometimes I have to go back a few times. Like right now, I wrote it all out, and yet still the name of the one that is takes the longest to make because it has the highest caffeine, and I made it this way a bunch of times. You put more water in it, and it makes a higher caffeine. I can't remember the exact name of it. It starts with an L. So there you go. But it's because I generally do normal now that I know, or ristretto, because now that I know about the acidity. I do too. I drink espresso and it puts me to sleep. Ask him, Thomas. Yeah, see, I just happened
What?
like this a few days ago.
What?
I drink espresso, I fall asleep.
Never happens. I don't know what you're talking
But
about.
I have
We're trying
like
to feel people by lies.
if you give
No,
me a
she said it before.
depressant, if you give me an antidepressant, I'd get depressed. If you give me a depressant, I'm undepressed. See? Because I don't need that
That's
much. I don't need that much. I only need a little bit. And so that's the way it is. If I was to take more of it, like a normal amount, then an antidepressant would work as an antidepressant. That's the interesting thing.
we're
So
gonna
that
see
yeah.
who this Anna person was. Let's look up
But
Anna's
I
channel.
don't need very much.
Nope.
It does make the doctor slightly like, what? Some of them understand
Anna's,
though. Some of them know what's up because they understand chemistry and whatnot.
as I sit over here and stalk people, Anna's only been on since 2021 and has no videos or a profile picture. But you know what? We're gonna subscribe to her anyway, just because.
Yes, do it. Do it. If any, I am fine subscribing to. I want to anyway. So when I am
Well,
not
here, what?
online, I will
Everybody
subscribe
go subscribe
LoveIzAll to
Anna's
them as
channel,
well.
but no subscribers and no videos. But here, everybody can go subscribe Anna's channel. Let's put it in chat. There you go. Everybody give Anna some love.
Oh, cashews. I haven't tried that. I do like bergamot tea. Um, and I like Earl Grey, which has that in it. So I like that there was one that's called like Ladies Earl Grey, which is hilarious, but it's a good mixture. Um, and let's see. Oh, the breakfast blend. I really like that one. The mixture was close. And there's another one. It's called Paris Blend here in the U.S. and it's it has that flavor, the bergamot in it. Yeah, see, because you like bergamot. That's why I said it.
I have I have a productivity app,
I
and
like
that
the strong Irish one too. That one's yummy. But
I have a
generally
pro.
speaking, I make tea from like the actual tea leaves and not from no, I'm a tea snob as well.
I have a productivity app, and they ask you to name this little bird. And so, since it was a little gray bird, that's what I named it. Was Earl Grey.
Ah, let's do one. Earl Grey. You
Yeah,
know what? I don't care that this thing is Victoria's Secret. You know why? Because it's hilarious. It says pink, but it's not pink. Also, it a lot of times it just says this PI. Hi. So, or if you want ink and hello, I'm a writer. And someone gave it to me because they outgrew it and I'm little, so and I was cold. And now I'm warm. I love gifts. Oh, you order the leaves. Well, I haven't. I grow the leaves, and then I like some of them. I not all of them, obviously. You know, given my area and my situation. In the future, though, I probably will grow a lot more of them. And then I have, but usually I just buy. There's a local place in Portland here, and they have a like sealed cans that they just last forever. The way that the can's sealed and everything, and the way that they dry it, it's perfect. Like whatever kind of teas they have, they only grow them themselves, and so they're not outsourcing it, and it's local. Although I bought it when I was in Idaho too. I think they actually are going national if they're not already. I haven't checked other states. You have a cat. Yeah. Well, I wish I had a cat so that it could get the mice and the. There's a rat. I see you, rat. I'm taking you down. No. I actually talked to the rat and like get it to go away.
has
He's
it ever
like,
tried to make you like a dish? Has it ever tried to like pull your hair and like try to get you to cook shit? I'm just curious.
I don't like poisoning them, okay? And the only time I did that was when we had like a
Oh
whole
yeah.
bunch of rats came in when I first moved to this spot, and there was a whole bunch of them, and they had been coming in for a while every year, every year, every year. I couldn't get rid of them with just like there was no banging on anything, and I mean I was up every single night. I was not sleeping. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to get some sleep. So I decided I need to sleep. I'm gonna have to kill the rats. There's just no way around it. That's what's happening. Um, so I did.
And Cheryl says
Just
she has
like
9 cats. That's a lot of cats, man. But I love
see, if
cats.
I
I
had a
absolutely adore
cat,
them.
wouldn't have that issue at all. They would just stay out. The rats and the mice, they would just stay out. It would not be a problem. But I don't know about the birds around the house. They might not like it too much. They like the birds like me. They
Well, I
want to
don't know.
land in
My
my
kitty comes
hair,
out
but I'm just
twice a
like,
day.
so do the squirrels. They come around and they're like, they come around the tree and they'll watch me and they'll go around the tree a couple times and then they're like, they look at me in my eyes and I look at them in their eyes. And they stop. They don't even see squirrels. They stop. They look, you know, because they think you can't see them. Oh wait. Oh, which mistake? Oh, I must have talked too fast. Let me slow down. Do you know what she's talking about? I talked too fast. I need to slow down.
I
That's the
made that
mistake I
mistake
made.
before. It was something that you were talking about because I was like, I commented on the cat thing, and then
Yes, I know. It was something I was talking about. Help me out, Cheryl.
trying to.
I was talking about sleep and the rats and the
I think it had
not
to do with the
killing
rat last
them.
thing,
And then I
probably.
killed the one. I killed them all, and there was one. There's one now, but he's new, and he came in, and but now he's like going away because I was outside a lot because I wasn't home a lot. I haven't been home a lot because there's a bunch of wildfire smoke up here. A lot of people don't believe it, but there is. And then actually at my house, at my location that I need to move out of, like I really actually really need to for multiple safety reasons. There's uh, the neighbors have a fireplace and it's an old house and they're not the theory is that their chimney needs to be cleaned, and that's even coming from the fire marshal's office, um, because I have relationships with people at the fire district. So they even their theory is that and the Department of Environmental Quality is that it's an issue of a chimney and I was like, well, it could be wet wood as well, and that's kind of how I ended up. I was trying to get some wood, but um, from the nonprofit organization. Anyway, because I'm just trying to solve the problem as nicely and kindly as I can, because their smoke that's coming out of their chimney is just it's not good. And then with all of the clouds and everything that are rolling in over me, I have to be really careful. So I'm being very, very careful and kind and compassionate, and that is the most that I can do. And then I'm gonna have to move, basically. But I want to help the whole neighborhood because I noticed that even the animals are like they go around the other side of the trees. They hide. They're not out as much. Um, right now in the wintertime, yes, that's maybe better, but not really. I mean, it's just because they're out more this winter because it's warmer, but it's cold enough that they need to have that the neighbors need to have the fireplace going. So it's warmer, so the wetness is in the air and the clouds are low, and all of the smoke from the neighbors being cold enough, it's sticking to the water. So it's like this back and forth, and I'm like, well, it all at least neutralizes out, right? Stephanie gets to survive, but she might be really sick. Okay, she doesn't get to wear makeup as much for a little while. That's the way it's gonna be. I get it. I get it. But I'm still gonna go on YouTube. I'm still gonna help people out. I'm still gonna do Love Is All. And that's just how it is. Nobody's gonna stop me. Right, Thomas? Not even you. He couldn't even stop me. He
What?
tried earlier today. It didn't work. Not intentionally, though. He's really, really, really supportive. Let me put it that way. He's very, very supportive, or I wouldn't be here.
Speaking of supportive, did you want to go and do your stuff so that way you can?
Yeah, I need to go get ice real quick. And
That's what I'm saying. You want to go do that way?
I will. I'm just gonna. I can take it off the camera and just leave it on audio.
Yeah.
They're used to me doing that. That's fine. I just won't be able to talk as often. Okay.
Right. No, I know. If let's see.
And I won't be able to read the words on the. Oh wait, actually no. I need to turn my phone. Oh yeah, no. Sorry, I'm silly. I can bring my charger with me. Ha ha. I keep reading her thing. I made that mistake before. Someone write something quick, so I don't have to read that anymore. I love you, Cheryl, but like that statement has got me like twice now already. Reader, writer, reader, writer. Ah, okay. I leave the techie stuff to someone else, but I'm also a scientist and an artist, and I know tech. That's for sure.
Hello again. People, 4 people.
If Stephanie starts talking, he doesn't have a chance. But when he starts talking, no one can get a word in. So it's kind of.
This is obvious because the important person is talking. No, I'm just kidding.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh no! I have to go to the house first. I came down. Okay, listen. You know, earlier I was in a hurry, so I
Yeah.
didn't grab my cups for my ice. And oh man, I can smell hamburgers, and I can't afford them, but they smell so good. Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to have meat. If anyone's out there, I have to. I don't have a choice. That is my body. If I don't eat meat, I will die for sure. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
already been proven.
Well, yeah. The iron thing. And Cheryl says, "I'm a mom. That is all."
She's a mom.
She said, "I'm
That
a
is
mom. That
all.
is all."
Oh, she is not. That is not all, Cheryl. I can tell you right now. That is not all.
Yeah. Right.
Although that is all for you, right? Okay, I get it. If you want to do the love is all thing, it's all. It's all because I am a mom and it's definitely all in that way. Love, loving, God's love, yes. That
She said
way.
she had chicken. She said she had chicken and green beans, and she loves meat.
Oh, okay, awesome. Chicken and green beans. That sounds good. I like chicken and green beans. I made
Oh, you
that a
yell.
dish with
You
chicken
like
and green
meat.
beans and rice. It's really good. Mm. Yummy. I'm hungry, and I'm hungry and I'm cold. Oh, dude, the police just passed by, but it's the awesome one that says Working Dogs Oregon. It's the one they're in charge of the dogs. It's a van or it's a uh, suburban type vehicle, and I'm working on getting out of the driveway here. So if I stop talking for just a minute, it's because I'm focusing,
Okay, go ahead.
or for a few seconds would be more real. Okay.
I'm trying to. One of these things. You need Mexican candy. With chili sauce. That's
Mexican
kind of.
candy.
Are they all shaped like that?
I think it's
They
just
are all
called
shaped like
candy,
that.
but yeah. No, I'm kidding. And Paris tea is just called. When I go to the store, I have to buy it. It literally says Paris Blend. Does that stuff say Mexican candy on it?
What?
Does that stuff say Mexican candy on it?
What
Like,
does
is
that
that
mean?
is that how you have to buy it? If you walk in the store, do you have to like literally buy one that says
Well,
Mexican
even though I'm
candy, or?
learning Spanish,
Oh, I see. So, what is the one that you're eating now? Since I'm not looking at my phone.
that's this one. It's Benny Rindo. Really
Can you
knows?
spell it?
Really knows?
Oh,
BENYRINDO.
into your AA. You need to move your head into your mic or whatever.
And Cheryl says she's had them. They are good.
Okay, spell
But
it
I like that
again.
kind of stuff. Yeah, that's BENYRINDO.
Benny
Benny Rindo.
Benny Rito, and
Benny Rindo.
Benny Rito.
Mm-hmm. That it is tamarind, tamarind flavored candy, hard
Tamarind,
candy.
but
Yeah, there
tam
you go.
tam
Flavored candy
tamar
stuff.
tam
That
tam.
one's not tamarind.
That's how they say it in English. Tamarind,
And this one I got these
tamarind,
sandias things,
tamarind.
which I've tried before. And it's basically just chili powder wrapped around a watermelon sucker.
Oh yeah,
And then I got
I've had
last
most of
thing.
those too. I just don't know the names of all of them.
The other one's at Takis on like supposed to be a chamoy.
Are you eating Takis? Is that what
No,
you
I
just
told
said?
you. No. Okay.
Well, pretty much all of that stuff you're eating, by the way, is really not good for you, but enjoy it.
No. This was a candy made by somebody, and it's made here actually in Market Street.
Not that one, but those other ones. Okay, so
No, this
wait,
is a candy. It's a chamoy. It's a chamoy flavored
what is it
candy.
made of?
Like chamoy sugar, probably mostly. But
It is raining a whole bunch and the sun is shining straight through the trees. Like it's
but that
super
thing's
bright
kind of
and the
bad.
sun is just really shining on one side and it's super rainy on the other side. Oh, and it's
Cheryl
not just
says,
regular rain, it's snowy rain. It's like slushy. Snowy rain.
Cheryl says she lived in Mexico for about a year, and her kids love Takis.
Yeah, kids do love Takis. Like we used to love Doritos. Uh, it, I got I didn't know I was getting sick from it when I was a kid. Neither did my parents, but I was because of all of how bad that stuff is. And anyway, I ended up now I can't even eat a Dorito, like even a single one, without getting really sick. Um, because of all the preservatives and stuff in it. So I should have never eaten them, but I mean, trust me, I ate a ton of them, and if I could eat Doritos right now, I probably still would. I have to be honest about that one. But I found replacements mostly, but it's just never as good as it's okay. So I'm not gonna eat any Takis because I probably end up very very sick, and I don't feed them to my kids because of that. But that's just because of my own personal understanding and experience. Yeah, they're obviously not good for you. Everybody knows that. You don't have to think too hard about
I
that
don't really like
one.
Takis. I don't really like Takis when I try them, and not because I don't like hot stuff. I love hot stuff. I mean, like, I literally
Well, they
have
have a different kinds, you know. I
everywhere I
mean, you
go.
know,
There's a Takis
let me just like
at all times.
throw that out there. You can have whatever kind of Takis you want. There's like so many
Well,
kinds.
no. What I'm saying is like those ones are just like there's two kinds of hot. There's like hot that actually enhances flavor, and then there's hot just for the sake of hot where it burns your mouth off, and that's what seems to be what Takis are. Like I can't even enjoy the chip because they try to make them really hot. You know, I can't enjoy the other flavor of it. Heat is just supposed to go in. It's not supposed to overpower everything. Like any flavor. You like the best is probably Foster's Swimming Hot Popcorn. That actually is really really good. I had to pick one like hot chip to eat. Ah,
Oh, why are all my lights off in the house? What happened? I don't understand. Someone came in my house and turned all my lights off.
wow.
Legitimately, someone came in my house and turned my lights off. Okay, let me say this right now. That does not make me happy.
Well, yeah.
um, I know who did it, but they've never done it before. So, nada. There's nothing going on that I'm happy about with that situation. Okay. I need to move.
I would think you'd be happy with that.
I don't feel safe when people come in my house without my permission. No, it doesn't make me feel safe at all. Especially given what's been happening lately. And I'm just like hiding out and trying to get away. I'm not fighting back or anything like that. And I'm trying to get people help and whatnot. And there's nothing else I can do that's kind except for just leave. I feel like I'm literally being run out of here. People have accidentally tried to kill me, and literally it was an accident. They didn't mean to. I know they didn't mean to, but there are people that actually have been mad at me the whole time, like ever since I existed. And so, not I don't like it. Ever since I existed in their world, in their life, is how I should probably word that. So I'm going to word it that way. Um, and and even though they've come around to deciding that I'm a good person and that I'm healthy for them and their life and their environment. Oh, look, because the lights were off, a spider came down on the side, and now that I turn the light on, the spider's climbing back up to get out of here. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, they've caused a bunch of interesting things that are bad to happen to me. I almost died in here. Thomas knows that I had to crawl out of this place because they filled up my whole bedroom while I was sleeping with carbon monoxide from a vehicle and almost killed me. I woke up and I just kept thinking, I need to get out. I need to get out. Like I woke up because of I almost died. My brain told me I needed to wake up, so I woke up. There was no noises or anything. Like I was fighting every second to wake up, and it took me like 3 or 4 tries. I remember that, and then I couldn't even figure out how to get a phone or anything, and then I crawled out of here and made it to the neighbor's place and got inside and because I was allowed to. It's not like I'd broken or anything. Anyway, and got to the phone and just called the people whose numbers I had memorized. So I called Thomas and I was like, "Help me!" And I was just saying, "Help me," but I just had to be out and breathe for a little while, and then I was able to figure out what to do, and that was just stay out and breathe, and I did.
Cheryl says she's had a dream like that before. What you just said.
Yeah, well, if it was 5 years ago, then you were in my head because it was pretty intense, and I'm pretty sure I was pushing it out to a lot of people. And it happened right before we had all those wildfires up here that made it so that I couldn't breathe. So, like, I had that happen, and then all of a sudden I couldn't breathe because of the wildfire. So I was like, okay. And then now I'm having the same problem with the neighbors' fire and the other wildfires from California and the neighboring Oregon areas, which I will be right back. I'm going to take my headset off just for a minute. I, I don't know what I'm going to do with a spider either. I gotta deal with that real quick first so I don't end up with it in
I should have said
my
it for
face
you.
while I'm sleeping. Not a good one.
Well, spooky. Going to a house with no lights on when you know you left them on. Of course, it's easier if you know somebody could get them to turn them off. Really. The second time it happened, I woke up to a man next to me trying to climb into my bed. Really? That's fucked up. I'm so sorry you went through that. Unless, of course, it's a man you know. If not, wow, that's really, wow, that's messed up. So now you have to type down a bit more. Who the hell was it? What
I
happened?
think it found its way
That's
out.
crazy.
Where's my headset? There it is.
Wow.
Yep.
Man, I'm glad you're safe.
Good.
Hopefully you're
Good
safe. That's
spider.
crazy.
We get to live today. I leave the light on in my home all the time, so that the bugs and the animals and whatnot know that this is a place where I live and they need to stay out if they want to survive, or I will kill them.
Hey, listen. She said she had
Yeah.
a dream before like that. The second time it happened, she woke up to a man next to her trying to climb into her bed. And then she said, I asked her, you have to give me more about that. Like, that was scary. She said it was like something woke me up and that was what scared him away. Would he come in through the window or something? But thank God he got scared away. That's, I'm glad you weren't
Oh,
hurt. But,
yeah. Just what is it? And I will not mention any names or anything like that, obviously. Just 2 weeks ago on Sunday, or it would have been a Friday night. 2 weeks ago on Friday night, there was uh, a friend who actually ended up with it was like a friend of a friend, but they're still a friend, if that makes sense. And they ended up with three males at the foot of their bed who had come into their house without permission. They were intoxicated and they came in the house and they were at the end of her bed. She woke up, and the term I heard was skivvies, that she was wearing. She wasn't wearing very much because she was in bed asleep, and she woke up.
Right.
She heard them or something and woke up and looked at them, and then she got scared obviously because they're hovering over her bed, and then
Right.
they huddled together to talk to each other, and during that huddle she like went bolting out the window and was with hardly anything on, and she bolted out the window and ran off, and she escaped them and called the authorities and whatnot, and of course they weren't able to do anything because she wasn't actually assaulted. She saved herself.
Right.
uh, but she was smart enough to just get out of there, as opposed to, she ran, she did it, she jumped out, she made it. And it's
Well, this
awesome
is
that you
again.
were able to wake yourself up, and I was able to wake myself up, and I,
Well, that's what I was about to say. Is that thank God both the stories ended. Not the way they should. I mean, hopefully end for everybody, but it isn't always that case. She also said the police told me there was a man going around raping women at the time, and that he had raped the woman who lived behind me a week before he came. The guy broke into her house. So that's scary. But at least, like I said, in both instances, at least it was an almost and a near miss. But it kind of lets you know how many times it isn't a near miss, and that's the sad part. I mean,
well,
this.
a near miss is, eh, if you're a flagger, you don't like near misses. If you're out on the road, you don't want one of those. I will tell you that, because the more of those you have, the more likely it is that something's actually going to happen to you. However, I have also noticed there are some people, um, especially probably like Cheryl and me, that are able to stay aware. We're aware of those. We're so aware of them that we make sure that they don't happen. Like that they don't end in anything that's an actual event or incident or whatever. It ends up being what you called a near miss. Um, but yeah, like if you're out on the road, you don't like those, because we're not
Well,
in
nobody
control of the cars. We have to
there's
jump
no.
away, jump.
I
I have
mean,
had a lot of dreams about jumping into the. By the way, your headset is doing some funny things and it's like really staticky. Um, I had to jump. I've had to dreams of jumping into ditches and things like that to get off of the road to make sure that nobody hit me, while I was from when I was working flagging, and so dealing with traffic, doing traffic control. So I was like, I used to have those dreams when I first started, and I never actually had to do it. But right after I had the dream, someone would walked up to me and told me a story, and I was like, ah. And then I had to go stand in the road. And then of course there was a car that came by, and it seemed like that, but then because I had thought about it ahead of time, I ended up placing myself in just the right spot to where there was no way that it could hit me, and it worked out perfect. It was
my
perfect.
point
I was
being,
just like, this is awesome. I had a dream. Someone talked about it. I moved myself in the right spot. And seriously, that is very annoying though. Can you get your headset situated?
there's no headset situation. It's just the phone.
Oh, that's better. No,
Probably with my hand here. But what I was gonna say is when it comes to that
that's
stuff,
better.
when you talk about nuances, is like
Ah,
anything, anything that's traumatic kind of thing, gets that way. Like it's like where I've worked before, nearly being robbed. I was robbed 3 times, but there was a bunch of them. There was near misses. One time there was a guy who apparently read other stores. He did something really weird. I was working at a convenience store overnight. Not a bad area, but a lot of bad people come through. And he basically was ready to pull a knife on me. Something really weird. Somebody else came in behind to buy something. He said, "Oh no, hold on, take this guy first." I'm like, "I can't, man. Because I just
ah.
felt he was draining me."
Spider, I told you to
I'm like,
stay
"I can't
out.
because they take me first." But
I'm gonna
it
have
ends
to
up that
kill you. I don't like killing animals, even spiders. You ain't get just go.
it
You're
ends up
not.
that the guy
I know you've been
that
up there for like a
contacted
really
me
long
said, "Okay."
time, getting all the other things I don't want. But come on, I could try to get you out. Can't you hear me? I know you can hear my voice. La 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 la. Do I need to sing a song to get rid of you? Bang on the
Oh,
wall? No, that'll make you fall down faster. I know how that goes. Then I won't be able to get you.
no, you
Oh. I mean, it's so smart. Like, it really is. Like, the way it's feeling around it. I'm just like, it's been up there for a while. It's been my friend in a sense, but I don't want it near my bed. I mean, I know spiders, they will go in your mouth as you sleep at night. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I scare anybody. But my anatomy teacher told me something about them liking water in mouths and how many pounds we swallow in our lifetime. And so I just was like, oh my gosh. And then I live in the
Hey,
country-ish
I agree with
area,
Cheryl.
so, you
Cheryl
know.
says spiders are good luck. Leave them alone. I
Well,
say
they
leave them
like
alone.
me. They like me. They're here.
Well, I do
I'm
that
not
too.
going
I
to kill it.
save
I'm going to
spiders. I
try to
kill
get it
spiders all the
outside.
time.
You are
I,
all
s-
the way down here.
I
You're going to
did.
have to go out. You're gigantic too, and I don't know if I can get you out without you climbing on me. Okay, come on. Ah! Dang it. Okay, now it's on the floor next to my bed. But it was
Well,
always
it'll
going to
just
be
tuck
on the
you
floor next to
in.
my bed. It was trying to get down there.
It'll come in later and tuck you in.
Oh no,
It's fine.
oh god, oh my god, it almost ended up my hand.
It's good that you can pick it up and bring it to safety.
So now it's on the red sheet over the light next to my bed. Well, I mean, it's not over the, well, you know what I mean.
I don't know why people are so afraid of those things. I mean, like, you
I
want to
don't
tuck a
like
nasty
it.
bug
I'm
in.
not afraid of it, and I know I made a little noise. It's more like I don't like it climbing on me because I don't know where it's gonna go. I don't want it in my hair, you know, like it's stuck. I just, come on now.
But it knows where it wants to go.
It could be because we don't want to. I don't actually want to kill it, so you know, and then have it like little creepy crawlies and like weird spots. I'm like, no, I don't want it on me. Ugh.
If it gets furry,
Okay,
then
I'm
use
gonna
a
have to
jumper
move my
spider for
blanket to make sure that it doesn't climb up here. So I guess it's doing me a favor and making it so that my bed is more proof against spiders and things, so they can't get up here.
Terminate attack.
Well, no, it's
Let me
because
get
they follow certain paths, and I have to make the path not appeal to them. In the sense
Drill's a
that
lot of
what
charge
their
statistics on
senses,
that.
you know. I'm very sensitive, and that noise that's happening with your phone is really. Is anybody else
Nobody
hearing that,
said
or
it
is it
was.
just in my ear?
I don't know. I don't hear anything. I don't hear anything bad through the audio. I hear you fine.
It only happens when you're not talking.
Well, but no, we once had an apartment where we had an orb weaver in the bushes, and the bushes were just high enough that it went over the big picture window, so you could actually watch this thing like make its huge webs, and it glowed. That thing was crazy, and that thing got huge, and it would capture like grasshoppers and stuff, and you'd see it string it up basically, and like wrap it in the web and drink its blood. It was pretty cool, but that thing was so cool. Cool because even the kids would watch it at the time because it was over there. And Cheryl says she hears that. I guess. What the hell is it though?
It's the same thing as when you're on the phone with me sometimes, and I'm like, "Oh, fix your audio." I hear
It's
this
gotta be
nah,
something.
nah, 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 nah. Well, see, what it usually is some sort of interference, and it usually
That's what
means
I
that your
say. It
phone's
has
not
to.
connected all the way. Are you using a charger or any sort of
Yeah.
cord?
Oh, yeah, I'm using it today. I'll see if that works because it's at 65%. I had to because when I came in here, that thing was at 0. So see if that changes it.
It
So
should.
it might it's off now, so it might change it. Is it same or no? Is it still there? No. Hello. Put a cup over the spider. He'll crawl in here. Put a cup. That's what I usually do. That's exactly what I usually do. Nope, it's still there. So that's weird. I wonder. Let's see something. Let's try a couple things. I don't know where her audio went. Sounds good now. Now it's fine. I wonder if it's the case. How the hell is the case causing static? Unless it's like rubbing right on where the mic is on the bottom of it. That might be what it is. Maybe slightly rubbing on it. And probably the same thing when I talk to her by the regular phone. It's probably just slightly rubbing against the case. So I just have to take it out of the case to do this. That's all. Oh, where the hell did her audio go? But no, I always put a cup over spiders, and I'll let them outside usually. I don't usually. Yeah, right. That's what I mean. If it does sound like rubbing, that's what I figured. It's probably the very bottom of that, like one of those holes has a mic in it. So I probably just rub slightly because it is an older phone. Well, for me, it's like 2 years old, so it's almost time to replace it if I can. Um, but yeah, spiders are awesome. I always, what got me into it? There was those Facebook memes where they always talk about, the spider. Like, could I just hang out in your house and rid your house of pests while you just sit there? Or, I thought we were roommates. I mean, there are ones you don't want in your house. I lived in Texas where they had brown recluses. You don't want those to mess with you. I seen a picture of somebody who was bit by one part of their hand, literally melted away. Like you could just see inside. It was crazy. Just because they left it alone, they didn't treat it, and the thing just wasted them away. I wonder what's going on with her audio. Oh, oh, oh! Excuse me. I have those here in Virginia too. Yeah, they're not pleasant. It's not anything you'd want to confront. But I've had bad experiences with bugs. I've lived with roaches twice before. Once in Illinois and once by the Gulf in Texas. Those things are relentless, and it doesn't. Once they're in there, it doesn't matter how clean you are. And these were both apartment buildings where they were there before I got there. And the second one, it was just German cockroaches here near the big city. It was like there were tons of them, including ones that were like, I mean, like literally like this big. And I remember we had a poison, industrial poison, in like one of those bottles you get at the dollar store, like a spray bottle. And this thing was crawling to the thing, and it hit it dead on like 6 times. Just kept on walking like it was a summer day, no big deal. And then lived a place in Port Lavaca, Texas, between Houston and Corpus Christi, basically. It was really bad. It was bad the first day we got there. We got to the apartment and we opened the door and there's all these dead German cockroaches on different walls. And it was after you already dealt with them before. And I was like, what are these? Like, oh, it's okay. It's fine. Like, no, it's not fine. These are roaches. Obviously they came out here to die. And if you see one in the wall.
Oh, now I can see you. Now I can hear you. It was actually on my side. There's a pop-up on my screen.
Oh, well, the scratching we figured out, it was the scratching probably comes from a case.
Oh gosh, wow, she's got a lot of stuff written. Okay.
But yeah, so I mean, I lived with those things twice, and they're just horrible creatures. I actually took with borax powder too. I used to put it in a hot dog shaker, like those little hot dog things, mustard things you buy for barbecues, those little squirt bottles, and I put some in there. And I had one run across the counter and from underneath the microwave. I just got and bashed it by itself. It just came right out of its skin because it must have been close to and it just took off running. I'm like, that's great. I've also put my full weight on a phone book one was on top of it the first time, and one of them just ran away. Those things are resilient. I battled them. I mean, I battled them. Cleaned everything. Everything came out of the freezer straight to the table. Nothing was eaten. No crumbs. Vacuuming afterwards. Bird cage in the center of the room. Taking borax and all that stuff and Rodimus earth and all that and putting it in all the wall sockets under behind everything, and they still exist.
Okay.
Because one day I remember I made food and I just put
Now
the food
you
down
are
the
cutting out every
right
now and
across it. Like,
again.
oh, well, gotta throw that out. I wonder why.
Well,
Now.
wonder some more and figure it out. Yeah, like say, I need
Yeah.
to know why.
I need to know why.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I thought you were.
No, you're going to finish the sentence. Because it's your need to know. I don't need to know. My phone's fine.
Why the audio connect noises. If anybody knows, please insert your answer on the postcard and mail it to P.O. Box 159965.
Listen, you've dealt with this a bunch of times with me, like, that has happened to you.
Yeah.
So you should
I suppose
actually,
so.
you already have the answer. You must, because you've already found the answer multiple times. So it's already there in your
Let's
head.
count our blessings. Let's count our blessings. It's nearly 3 hours into this thing, and so I have a little bit of staticky audio and a couple of missed chances are all that happened within 3 hours of doing this, or more than 3 hours actually, probably more like three and a half, 4 hours.
Yeah, well, you and I talked for a long time. Oh, there's a spider went on the other side of the bed. It went, I don't even know how. It must have gone along the back or the top. Oh, it climbed over my bed. Okay, so I'm glad I'm not sitting on my bed anymore. It climbed, because I mean, I only went there for a minute. It climbed over, it followed where I was, climbed over the bed, went to the other side. So this is why I don't want it. I don't want it. Oh.
Apparently,
Okay. I don't want to swallow it in my sleep. He's not as little as I made him out to be, okay? He's kind of big.
I see.
His body is little. His legs are very long. He's technically not really a bad
What they
spider.
would be.
And
Yeah, it is.
a lot of people don't call them spiders, but technically, and they're not eight-legged. But I've looked them up many, many times, and they've been added to what spiders are. Oh, it went behind the picture I have drawn by a child that says like "I love
Yeah, this is
Stephanie"
much
on it, but it's
better.
Stephanie spelled funny. Oh, now it's using it to make a web down. Oh,
This would be much
what,
interesting if you could
Thomas?
actually
You're like
see the
going. I
spider.
can hardly understand you. I need come out into the light. Let me understand what you're saying. Okay, that's quieter. That's much better. Oh no, there it goes again. Seriously, there's something's loose on your phone or there's interference basically what's going on. Not sure.
Okay, let's try.
Oh no, it's gonna if it ends up on my butterfly, I'm just gonna laugh. Yes, I know you hear me. It stops every time I talk and then it starts moving again.
Okay.
I should just record the freaking spider because it's hilarious. Where it's going,
It's
just
saying
like
video game.
trek on my walls, from here to there. Hey, Miss
I
Spider,
tried
you
telling
having
you, but I don't
fun?
know.
Well, my phone's charging, and I'm cold, and so I'm standing on the heater. But fine, I'll turn it back on for a little while.
Oh, you don't have to.
Well, it's my room's not exactly ready for it entirely. See, I mean, come
Gotcha.
on. Yeah, exactly. Like, I can take this off. Uh,
For
I don't even
today,
know if you
or at
can
least right
see the
now,
spider.
and just call
Oh,
it a
the
day.
thing fell out of my ear.
Can you hear
Okay.
me?
It's a daddy long legs, okay? I just didn't want to admit to the fact that I don't want that thing on me. It's not a bad spider. They're good. It's not gonna hurt me. Technically, it's poisonous, but it can't actually do anything to me. Hey, I wouldn't climb on that. Are you really trying to climb on that? It just does not know where to go because it wants to go back up where it came from, but the light was off, so it came in. Now the light's on. It's like, what do I do? Doesn't know what to do. I don't know if you can you see it? Anyway, I was like, doesn't know where to go. Children made me those pictures, by the way. So let's see. I love Stephanie. Spell funny, but it's perfect. Perfect. Um, she was little and it's perfect. Yeah. Yes, spider, go on. Just get up where you're supposed to be and just out of my. And yeah, okay, my roof is. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. My roof is not a normal roof right now in my bedroom. That's how it is. I guess it's still a roof, though, isn't it? Yeah. The spider doesn't like it because it wasn't supposed to be in here. Anyway. Now you know who I really am. Huh? You already knew, I think. That's how this works. Where did he go? Do you know where he went? I have my books over there, my stuff over here. Big face on the camera. Yes, I can now. Wait a bit, then you can get him. Yeah, I know. He is scared, I can tell. I'm leaving him. He'll calm down. I know. And so will I. If he went over to the other side, he'd be able to get out. What's gonna happen is I won't want to lay on my bed at night, or I'll just leave all the lights on, but, like, I mean, I leave one on anyway, I guess, so. He's up in the corner now. Hopefully he stays up there. If he actually gets out, I'll be happy. But I don't think he will actually get out. Because once they get in here, they don't usually get out. Yeah. I have to take him out. I've carried a bunch of spiders out of here. And I have done the thing, but thanks for the reminder. I appreciate it. Because, I tried to use a piece of paper in my situation of being slightly anxious. But I'm okay now. Everything's fine. I'll just sit here on my legs, warming up. From being out in the cold for a while. Oh no, he's climbing over the top of the bed. Let's see how it is. Anyway, when I do come back here, I'm going to put a tripod down here. And that way I can sit on my, let's see, I have a bench seat. I don't know. Anyway, the tripod will make this a lot easier for me, and I can show my area a little bit better. I have a really soft bench seat up against the back of my bed, or the end of my bed, and so I can lay on it and lay back on my bed, even if I can't lay up there right now because of the spider that's up there. It's going back and forth across. Hopefully he does settle down soon, because, or she, I think it's a, yeah, no, it's a she. Aren't the daddy longlings the bigger ones, the females? Anyone know? I looked it up before. And the smaller ones, the males? I mean, I know they all get bigger over time. That one's a lot bigger. It's been here for a while. A lot of them didn't, although it probably, maybe it is a male. A lot of them didn't die over the winter. And this year, they all survived, and then they come in here anyway, and they just stay alive for a long time. So those would be the males, right? I keep looking back there, I'm like, where is it at? It's fine, I'll be okay. I'll get it later. And take it outside. Or let it stay up there in the corner and just keep looking at it every day. Oh, I see. It's literally right in the middle of it's right in the middle. Like, there's a area back there. It's like in the middle of that. It's right above my bed. Like, yeah, it's like right here. Silly spider. I was making a web right there. Great. You guys are right. The spider likes me. It's official. I'm standing in the middle. It's in the middle. I guess Anna was right. There's some luck gonna happen. I should go buy like 20 lottery tickets right now. I mean, I already won a, a drawing that I knew I was gonna win as soon as I knew I was gonna win it just before they drew the name. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna win that one. And I just told like 3 people. I'm like, I'm gonna win, because they were able to, they had like 7 prizes. Okay, so I didn't know I was gonna be the first one drawn, but I knew I was gonna be drawn like for sure. And so I told them, I said, I'm gonna, I'm gonna win one of those. And I knew it wasn't one of the big ones. It was one of like the smaller ones. It was fine. Um, I would have been cool to win the big one though, but. And I have won big ones before, but this time it was just a small one, and I was fine with that. So I just told them, like, yeah, I'm going to win. I'm going to win one of them. And the other lady's just like, whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm going to win. And it's at a church event, so someone else wrote my name down. Someone else drew it. I didn't touch anything. I have nothing to do with it, the actual drawing of it or anything like that. And I told them, yeah, I'm going to win. And she just smiled at me, and I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. You can believe what you want to believe, but I'm telling you, I'm gonna win. And sure enough, first one drawn, it's mine. I was, I, they said my name, and I was like, yep. I just walked up there, like, thank you. Took the present, which I thought of it as a present, as a gift, and I took it, and I looked at somebody, and I said, oh yeah, do you want this? Because I already knew I was gonna win. Okay, let me back up. I told somebody else that. I told this person I already won before, and I gave it to them because I was being kind. Um, and uh, and I had won before. That's the thing. So it was both. I had won before at the exact same function um, when I went a while back, and it's the first time I had been to this function since then. So anyway, but I didn't remember that until after the whole thing was over. I don't know if you guys have had those experiences. However, I did at least get the memory somehow planted in my brain, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna win. And I have enough gumption and enough confidence in myself to just say, yes, I'm going to win. That's it. And then obviously, I do believe in higher powers and God, and so I was able to. I've been able to see since I was little. And then in the last, uh, what is it, like, definitely in the last 5.5 years, but in the last, I don't know, it's been, it's been progressively getting stronger my whole life, let's put it that way, because there's been things that I have said were going to happen as I knew they were going to happen, and I just said them, and they happened. That's how it was. That's how it is. And it's not just me. It's happened in all the women in my family, and honestly, the boys too. But it's taken someone like me to tell them that they have it as well, because I can see it in them. And then I see it in other people too. So if Cheryl's here, you know, it's possible. I know that you would see it. And yes, the spider is my new best friend, apparently. The males are the big ones, okay. Okay. So, great. Well, there's no male here except for a spider. um, I am straight for anybody that wants to know. I do get asked quite often by girls, actually. Guys don't usually ask me, but I had the women, I had a female in Native American princess that asked me that question. Or priestess, priestess, and she really liked me. I don't know, so keep looking at the spider. Anyway, I loved her. I thought she was amazing. I like fell in love with her pretty quickly in a sense of I love, like, with my whole heart, and if I can see, I can see something in somebody, I love them, and that's how it is. So, shadow people, yes, 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 yes. I have two, but not in the sense that probably what you're saying. I saw the same things that you probably saw. I just, I, I understand it. Yes, angels for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shadow people, I was afraid initially, and then I just decided I wasn't afraid, and I just said I'm not afraid. I'm perfectly fine. Um, this is You're not here to hurt me. That's obvious. In fact, I feel like almost like a playfulness, like a happy playfulness. So, um, like they were shy kind of thing. It's funny because afterwards I'm like, oh, it's just like Peter Pan. I never thought of it that way. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really read about it or anything. I just saw them, and then I heard people when I told people what it was, what happened. They're like, I see shadow people. I'm like, shadow people. Yeah, that's a good term for it. um, Angels. Mm-hmm. Spirits. Yep. That's two. Um, Most of mine are. I see it. Like I just close my eyes and I see it, and I know they're there. Or I mean, I actually have seen actual people. Like I think about it right now. If I think about it very much, I could talk in my head to other people's loved ones. I can do that. I'm not quite completely comfortable with it yet because I've done it with Thomas, with his mother, and she apparently smoked cigarettes, okay? I put my hand like in this weird arch and I was doing this thing and I asked him, I was like, this is not me. Why am I doing this? What is going on? And I asked him, did she smoke cigarettes? He said, yeah. I was like, oh, I get it now. So what it does is when I do that, it kind of like puts me, like I get, they come through so strongly some of their stuff can come through to me, and so it feels weird, and I'm not totally used to it yet. It's nothing harmful, but it is weird. Yeah, my oldest son is extremely empathic. I am as well. I think Cheryl, you're probably all of those things. Okay. If you're here and you're talking to me and you're writing all this, that's probably true. I can I'm very I'm sensitive. So if you have sensitivities, then uh, yeah, be careful with the talkies, all right, with the kids. Now I actually feel like I need to say it to you, because it sounds like they have high sensitivities. If they have high sensitivities, then their body is going to have high sensitivities. Their immune system is going to be stronger than other people's. However, they need to be aware of that, not they don't need things like prednisone and antibiotics as much, even though the doctors might say so. However, pay attention to the doctors and listen to them and all of that. But like what I'm saying is sometimes the doctors will think that they have infections. Make sure you verify it. If the doctors say they really need the medicine, obviously give it to them. Um, I've had to do that myself and then go uh, do what the doctors say and get off the medicine. But I've had a lot of doctors think I had infections. I've lost gallbladder because of it. Other organs I probably could have kept if I knew what was going on, and I just really needed to get my body's inflammation down when that happened. But I am highly sensual as well, so like my senses are very strong, all of them across the board. That's why I use terms like awake, aware, things like that. And that spider, it went up the corner. Wait, where's it? Up in the corner there. And I'm hoping, but that's what it did before. And then it came down, and then. Nah. I'm like, are you trying to build a web around my bed? But I was, trying to get out. I'm pretty sure. I'm just not gonna go over there. Okay. Well, it got my attention long enough for me to stand still, right? Because I usually walk around a lot. My front door. Ta-da. I like the camera better up here because it looks more like me. Well, that looks more like me, obviously. This looks funny. Okay. You're like, what the heck was that? Exactly. What was that? I don't know. That means I know. Maybe what she's got here. Kids don't get sick. Exactly. Exactly. Because their immune system is really, really good. And that's good. That's really good. They might be getting symptoms that you're not aware of, but that's really good. I was getting things like stomach aches and things like that, and I didn't realize. I didn't tell my parents anyway. And then when I did finally, my mom noticed it already because I was like sitting on the floor, and sometimes I would hold my stomach or something, or I'd just sit on the floor more because that was more comfortable. Or I coped well. I sat in certain positions and things like that. But like noodles, anything that would like that wasn't good. Anything that was hard for my body to break down. But my immune system is really high. So like I do not. It goes up and then drops back down, and it does its job. It's just sometimes it gets overwhelmed. And people that end up being empathic and they're like born that way, and they see spirits, the shadows, all they're more in tune with everything around them, the vibrations of what's around them. Those people that are doing that from the time they're really little, because you can ask Thomas, I can train just about anybody to do that. um, so if you want to, just come around me and you'll be able to see spirits eventually if that's what you want. That's what you want. And it's not about, I mean, it's a good thing. It's just on the way there, it can be a little, you got to go through a couple things. Some people just jump right into it. It's not a problem at all. And you're like, oh, I think you've been doing this for a while. Then you've been doing it for a while, haven't you? And they're like, yes, I have. And I'm like, see, I knew it. I'm just helping you to get that kind of dialed in. And a lot of people have done it for me. So, without me knowing, I didn't know that they were that dialed in. And then, of course they were. Of course they were. Right? Of course they were. And every once in a while, you gotta eat a taki or a goldfish. That's about as far as I can go as a goldfish cracker. I used to be able to eat Doritos. Can't anymore. If I just would have had all those noodles when I was a kid, I probably would be able to eat Doritos. Still. There's just too many at once. Thomas, we cannot hear you. Are you there? Can you guys hear him?
No, now you can probably.
Oh, now I
I said,
can.
what did you say when you were a kid? What? If you didn't eat all over again?
Doritos. Oh, if I didn't eat
I
all
know.
the noodles when I was a kid. My dad was a chef. He was amazing, but he fed us a lot of noodles, like packaged noodles, not other kind of noodles I can eat, but the packaged enriched macaroni product noodles. Those kind right there, no go. With all the wheat and everything, Trying to finish my
Well, I
stack
had
from
those.
earlier. I didn't get to finish it, and I keep dropping them on the floor.
I had to eat
Goldfish
something, so
everywhere. Yeah, I understand. Trust me.
I haven't eaten all day. So
Mhm.
Mine was just two pieces of garlic bread, and then rice, and then California medley vegetables, and a little bit of cheese, tahini, hot sauce.
You always say that so cute. Funny.
What?
Really?
What word is cute?
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Oh, that one.
Mhm. Mhm.
Should have known it was that one.
It was
You would
that
have
one.
told me like
Mhm.
you would have told me 3 months ago, like you're just gonna when you be so hungry, you're gonna be on YouTube live, you're just gonna eat a meal in front of people. I've been nah, that's
What's
ridiculous.
wrong
Why
with
would I want
that?
to eat a meal?
I've done it. Listen, if you're gonna be on here for very long, and you want to do it, I mean, you have to do things like eat.
Yeah,
I mean, I already figured that out. It's not like I've been on that much, but I figured that out a while ago. Uh, kids and everything, you gotta eat when you can. Flagging, gotta eat when you can. Mm. COVID, gotta eat when you can. Just take your pick. Oh.
I'd rather not have that again. I've already had it twice and been around it a bunch.
No, I meant like COVID in the country, pandemic, lockdown, still driving around and everything because I was part of the traffic control system and I wasn't doing emergency management at that time, but thankfully, I understood it all though. I understood what was going on, so I was fine. I mean, I was good to go. But um, I'm glad I didn't work in emergency management through COVID, and that was just because that's the way things panned out. Now a lot of those people are burnt out. Most of them had really short careers
I
that they
think
got in like right before it, and now they're like done. They're like moved on.
I think that I think the craziest part of that whole time for me was when all the looting and rioting and the protesting started because I was just nuts. I went out. They said, I paid attention to the news a lot, and all of a sudden you get a news alert. In 2 hours you can't go outside anymore. It's like what the hell? I've never heard that before. Okay, so I go to the store. And when I go to the store, there's a police car going down the thing. They're blocking off traffic. Some chick's walking down the street. They throw her in the back of a van right in front of me, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then that night, I actually kind of snuck out to the store because the store was still open. So I
She
kind of walked. It was
probably
like two
probably had
streets.
nothing to do with COVID whatsoever. But yeah,
No, this was during the protests and all that stuff. I mean,
right.
when they locked down everything, and they locked down, there was a curfew. There was like a 5 o'clock curfew. So before that curfew, I went to this corner store, and there was crazy stuff all over the place. There was some lady, like I said, literally not lying, and thrown into a police van in front of me. He was just walking down the street, and then just really weird day. And I snuck over to the store at 2 in the morning. It was the craziest thing. It was so quiet because nobody could be outside. It was so quiet. And I had to sneak out to hear that because it was just silence. And for an area like this, it has just tons of traffic, cars, planes going overhead. It was just crazy. It was just like complete silence.
Hmm. Yeah, I remember
Pretty spooky.
Portland being, well, I remember Portland being very silent. Actually, I remember when I came into Salem because I actually came into Salem from Idaho just before COVID, and in Idaho, okay, let me back up. I lived in Oregon for a while, then I moved to Idaho. I lived there for a while, then moved back to Oregon. So when I lived in Oregon before, like it was like 10 years before, I had, well, 9 years. Okay, there was just more people outside. I had a different experience of what Oregon was like and what Salem was like, and there was more people. And then when I left and came back, I noticed, wait, where'd all the people go? Because everyone's outside in Idaho. Where's everyone in Oregon? Why isn't anybody outside? What's going on? Nobody's talking to their neighbors. Nobody's saying anything. That was before COVID, just months before. And I had dreams that I had to prepare and get ready and all this before COVID. Like seriously, tons of them. I have them written down. Um, I had one I call a China dream. So that should that should be a giveaway right there. And anyway, so I was like, this is This is nuts. Where did everybody go? They closed all the. That place used to be open all night long, and I know they have enough business for it. Now there's nobody out here. Where'd everyone go? If this was Idaho, they have less people over there, but more people are out at night, and they're happy, and they're having fun, and they're talking to each other, and they're going to the market, and they're going to the grocery store, and they're splitting up the time, so not everybody's going to the grocery store at the same time. Like, that's silly. That's just You know, like stay open all night long so that people can go in the middle of the night and people can be happier. Oh, I'm sorry. Does that affect your bottom line? But you know what? It was better to have it that way. And that was before COVID.
Well,
They
yeah.
still had a bunch of business. Those places in Oregon still had a bunch of business. They just didn't want to do it. And I know some of them couldn't because of rising prices to their actual, rising property taxes even and all this and that. They couldn't hire another employee or whatever to work the night shift, but I knew they would have got more money. And then there was issues of people throwing things through their windows. That was before the riots. And then and then and then of course, so 2019 is when I came back right at the end of 2019. 2020, obviously that was when COVID started, and it was it was just interesting to say the least. The whole thing was interesting. I was up in Portland, and I, of course, ended up right in front of the federal building because I usually end up in very historical locations. And I was working, and I ended up right in front of the federal building, and I'm talking to one of one of the employees there. That's an actual. Um, I don't know if they were a marshal or I'm not sure what their actual level was or what they were doing exactly, but it was obvious that they parked right in front. There's only certain people that would park in front, and so they would know exactly who that was, like what level what position they held. And they would park in front, and they would come out, and they would talk. They would go to the car, and they would act like they were, and they would go get lunch, and they would come back, and I would talk to them, and just see what was up. I literally went out of my way to talk to them so that I would know, kind of have an idea of what was going on um, from their perspective. Obviously, they didn't say much because of the politics in Oregon at the time and our governor pushing back against the federal government. And also Mayor of Portland. Um, but then eventually they they said fine, fine, you can come in and fine, you can do whatever. Honestly, they should have let them do it sooner because there was a bunch of people in at those riots that got hurt. That you know, there was a kick up where a lot of people were hurt, damaged beyond, they would have trauma that lasts, they're still dealing with it. However, during the daytime, the protests that were going on during the day, even the ones that were not scheduled, those were fine because Portland was, excuse me, I almost said Boise. Portland was a ghost town. There was nobody up there during the riots and stuff. The only people that were really getting hurt were the people involved in it. The people that were staying from the protests, they were staying at night, and then they would. I mean, I saw it with my own eyes. I didn't have to watch it on the news. I didn't have to. I was right there, and I left just before the nighttime started, and then I looked at the news because I was like, that whole group of people right there, and that group of people right there, and they're gonna collide, and I know what's gonna happen, and so I would look it up. I left, and I looked it up because I wasn't gonna stay and get involved in that. Um, and I knew the best thing to do would be to try to get some people to understand that was happening, get them to leave. So like we were able to get most of the kids, the people that had kids, they would do the mother type things during the day. They had like the little protests during the day, and we would stand all the workers that were up there, which wasn't a whole lot. Okay, like seriously, big gigantic building, two people in it. Okay, we weren't in the building, we were outside, but that is really true. Um, and so we made a wall and like blocked off anything that people might throw, like bricks, loose bricks and things like that, and we would block that off so that nobody would come over and pick up a brick and throw it at a child or a mother or a father or anybody that was out there during the day. We were making sure that they were safe. But at night, there was no way that we were going to be doing that. The less people that were there, the better. They needed less people up at those riots. Less people. They didn't turn into riots. More people means that the bad actors, as they call them, those ones were causing issues. So it was like, get rid of the major crowds at night, and you get rid of the problem. Because they were not the ones that, that should have been out there. Those bad actors shouldn't have been there. And it wasn't even that many people. That's the thing. Like, it made it national news, but it wasn't that many people that were causing the problems. And that's why when Thomas says he saw some girl get thrown in the back, it makes me think that they already knew that that girl was causing problems, or that she was about to cause problems, that they knew that she was one that normally does, and like maybe was throwing rocks through windows and trying to go in and steal stuff. I mean, I saw people running in places. I saw people trying to break windows. That was earlier in the day. I was like, they ended up, the cops ended up taking them and throwing them in the back. And what was really interesting was the ones that were breaking into places and looting. They were the ones that were getting caught first. And then the next ones were the ones that were doing harm to others. It actually went in that order. It was looters and then people that were harming each other. Because generally that's what happened first. Anyway, the looting started and then the other ones would start harming each other. The beginning, they would just sort of do the like push and shove thing, and it wasn't quite so bad. But they were trying to work it up. They were like, we're gonna make everybody see. We're gonna make them see. I'm like, we're going to have them watch what's going on because we're doing these criminal acts. They're going to see. And I'm like, no, it is not the way to do it. The way to do it is through love and maybe a little bit of righteousness once in a while. Yeah. But not that stuff. No, no, no. No violence. Thank you. So I stand up for that, and I always have. And so I'm a little bit slow going on the rise to getting money and popularity and all that. But I will tell you, I've definitely been a success everywhere I've gone. That's the truth. Say yes, 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 I have. Okay, I gotta read her stuff here. I got so into it, I didn't even know. Oh, I missed the yes, now we can, what that's about. But I got the yep, not acting like a fool. Yes, we're acting with intelligence and clarity. Right, Thomas? You there? I finally finished my goldfish crackers.
Yeah.
My colors. Okay. I'm gonna do a couple things. I don't want to carry my phone around. It's at 9%. I need to plug it into the actual wall for a minute. Um, Not lights bright. Like, my lights aren't set up quite right and that sort of thing, but I gotta go get ice. What time is it? Okay. Now I have to wait because they're gonna be really busy, and I usually don't go down there when they're super busy unless I have to.
What, the pilot?
You mean to the truck stop? Yes, we're gonna work on you.
Uh-huh.
I know we don't have many people on here right now, but it being our first and all, it's
No, I understand what you mean.
sort of our first. Yeah.
No, I know what you mean.
But
Uh-huh.
gee, yeah, you might partially know what I mean by when I say the first. It's almost our first. I mean more than one thing actually in that sentence. Um, and I mean them both. Both of them. You would understand if I explained them to you.
You got it.
Okay, but I don't need to go that weird with people because
Yeah.
I
I was
think
about to
I've
say
done
the
enough
same
with.
thing,
I've
too.
done enough of that already. Hey, you back up. I know my audience.
Hey, sweetheart, though. You know what Cheryl just suggested that
Sometimes
I
I
think is a
talk,
good idea
sometimes I
too?
don't. What?
Hey, that we could actually just end it. We've been on for over 3 hours. So I think we're good for right now. Because you're going to get,
Oh yeah,
you
well
have
we
things to
could
do
go. We
now
can
anyway.
always go on. We could always go on later. But listen, I want to get Cheryl. Do we have Cheryl's contact information?
No, yeah, she says
I'm
she'll be
not
back
looking
on
at
the
my
next
phone
time
right
you're
now.
around. She says she
Oh,
promises she'll be back, and I've seen her before in Mark stream. She'll be back. I subscribe to her channel anyway, even though there's nothing on it. So I always contact her through YouTube. Has her own chat, I believe. Still, it used to.
right.
All right,
All right. Yeah.
all right.
All right. Good.
I'll call you in a second. Okay. All right. Bye bye. Bye,
All
Cheryl. Thanks for
right.
hanging out. Thanks for
Wait.
agreeing
Oh, let
out.
me go.
Good night.
Thank
All
you.
right.
See you
Yeah.
soon.
All right. See you guys later.
Yep.
Have a good night.
Yep.
Have a good
I'll see
weekend.
you.